What's up, chat? How you guys doing? Just doing a pre-stream audio check. Make sure you guys can hear me and see me. How you guys doing? Welcome to World Cup Saturday. I'm excited. We got some very interesting and complex scripts compared to the last time we ran World Cup games. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Cool, Math Blade and Dice Witch. Thanks for confirming. Let me just make sure you guys can hear chat real quick. Or town.
Actually enjoy writing grants.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's fun.
Someone's got to.
I can see all the things coming through. I'm pretty sure you can hear town too, right? Yeah, nice. All right. How's your guys' Saturdays going so far? Hopefully you guys are relaxing. I know is it still okay, well, it's not Saturday if you're talking about like Australia and maybe Eastern Europe, but in like, you know, the UK and Western Europe and America and stuff, we're still enjoying our Saturdays, right? So tonight we are playing Train Killer versus One Day More. This is going to be a lot of fun. Yes, Messy Bird. I think it's always had a little apostrophe there. It's just a little monster. Blight Dragon let me know that you can hear me on YouTube. Thank you. Blight Dragon was in my test group. I ran this in a play test the other night just to make sure I understood all the rules and was going to be able to do it as smooth as possible today. And Blight Dragon was there playing. So shout outs to Blight Dragon. Reapter just woke up not that long ago. Man, either you had a late Friday or just getting a late Saturday, or you're just in an earlier time zone than me. Yeah, Math Blade, you were also there in the game. Both games were really good, and I hope we get some level of that showing up today. Yeah, we changed, you know, the font. This is a little CSS we're messing with in the sort of what do you call it? When it's in the reduced view, it like takes up less space. We're still tweaking it. I still got some more tweaks I like to go on it, but it does give us more space. I'm able to do things like, for instance, pop out this like text box here and pull things out. So I don't know if I'll need that for World Cup, but sometimes there are games where like chats back and forth are super important. So anyways, it seems like you guys can see me, so there's probably no point in waiting too long. I'm going to go and send a video up that shows you what's going on in the World Cup, how it's working, and how to vote. And when that video's done, we'll pretty much be ready to jump right into game one. So thanks for being here. Hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday. I think all of the notification stuff is probably disabled for the World Cup because it gets too much, but we have a follower from Bonnie Co and Fellwalker, so thanks for that on the Twitch side of things. Yeah, let's get going. I'll run the how to vote video, and we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Evil Steve, and welcome to the Blood on the Clocktower Script World Cup 2025. What we have coming up over the next few months is a big flurry where the top 16 scripts submitted to the competition are facing off in a one-on-one matchups in the group stage before moving on to a playoffs and ultimately crowning a single winner. But there's a lot going on, and I want to just walk you through some of the features and some of the schedule so you understand what's going on and how to participate. So now, when you log into the Blood in the Clocktower app, at the very bottom, you're going to see here, it says, check out the Script World Cup. If you click this, it's just going to take you to the schedule, and we can see all of the events that are upcoming or still have the votes open. So for instance, if I was to look at Saturday, March 22nd at 1 p.m., and it should route the time to your local time, you click on this and you can see Group C match, Saturday, March 22nd, 1 p.m., live at the Grimoire. And we have Stowed Away versus Off to See the Wizard. It gives you an overview of the scripts, this cool art. You get the little blurb about the Djinn rule, a link to the script, all of that good stuff. If you want to watch the VOD, just click on this. It'll take you right to the Twitch channel that's hosting the event. It allows you to tune in when it's time to watch that stream. You can see there are a lot of communities participating, including the Grimoire, Noobs on a Goof Tower, Grim Scenarios, Patters. We're all running scripts, so you can tune in at time, including the Pandemonium Institute. So you can scroll all the way up and see all of the group stage matches, or go back and see the ones that are coming up soon. So once you've watched one of these scripts, the question is, how do you vote? Because voting is very important. You as the viewer are choosing who wins each of these matchups. So once a game has taken place, for instance, we saw Council of the Dead versus the Djinn's Bargain, you can go in here and see the two options, right? So if I was to pick one and I click it, you can see it chooses one and grays out the other. You can change your vote as much as you want or undo your vote if you so choose, up until it locks. Votes lock 5 days after the start of the stream. So you have exactly 5 days to watch the VOD, play your own versions of that script, and vote. Once you voted back on the main page, you'll see I now got the I voted sticker here, which means my vote is currently marked. And then once the voting closes, it'll be marked completely in as you voted. Okay, so you can also go to any of these open events. For instance, Council of the Dead versus the Djinn's Bargain. We'll say I haven't figured out who I wanted to vote for. But I have to watch the stream, right? So I can click this button here. It'll take me not just to the stream, but since it already happened, it'll take me directly to the VOD, and I can catch the entire games right there. Once I'm done, I can come back here, mark my vote, whatever it is, and it'll mark me as voted. So it's just a way for you to jump right into the action and watch any of the VOD from this stream. All right. Let's say you want to take it a step further. You've watched the streams, you've voted, but you want to test them yourself. You want to play with your friends. Well, they make it really easy. So if you go to the app and you start a game, just like a normal game you do, just like any other time, when you go to load the script version, you'll see at the bottom, there's a button for World Cup scripts. When you click this, you're going to see all 16 of the scripts available, embedded within the app, ready to go. So for instance, if I want to run Binary Supernovae, I click it. The script's now loaded. JSON's loaded. Artwork is set. Even the Djinn rule is very apparent here at the top. And you're ready to start a game with your friends and do whatever you want. And if you're feeling a little spicy, there's also the random option up here. So if you click random, take a random script. I got Witch Hunt. Go play it. Have a lot of fun with your friends. All right, you should now have everything you need to know to get started enjoying the Script World Cup 2025. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. We're here to help. Enjoy. everybody. Welcome to World Cup Saturday. We are here with Game 14, Group B, Trained Killer versus One Day More. I am your stream host and storyteller for the night, Evil Steve, and I'm here with 12 amazing acolytes, here to bring you some World Cup action. Say hi, amazing acolytes.
Hi, amazing.
Hello
acolyte.
there.
Amazing acolyte.
I'm an amazing acolyte.
My default intro that I just say happens to say at night. It's like daytime for me. I still said that, tonight I'm your stream host. Whatever, it's fine. We're deep into round 2 of the group stage matches. So if you're watching this, you likely already have a good handle on what's been going on with the World Cup. We played an intro video before we went live explaining how to vote. We'll run it again at the break between games. But I gotta say, make sure your vote is actually heard and counted in the official app. I've seen the video VOD counts that we have on all these World Cup VODs, and I've seen the amount of votes that are actually coming in, and it's just a fraction of the people watching that are actually going through and voting. So just make sure, exercise some of that democratic power and go vote, everyone. It's a fun way to interact with this, even if you're not playing in it, right? So make your voice heard. Today's game is being hosted by the Grimoire, so thank you to the Pandemonium Institute for giving us the venue for today's match. Whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, make sure to give us that follow, that like, that subscribe, all the social media stuff and you've heard. It really does help, and you won't miss any of the awesome content we put on, including another World Cup match coming next month. And a lot of you watching this probably are interested in Clocktower, but still haven't taken that step to actually playing. So I invite you to join our Discord at join.thegrim.gg. We're running official events 4 days of the week. That includes multiple time zones. So wherever you live, there's probably a game that fits your schedule. And we just don't be afraid to jump into play. We love teaching new players. It's one of our favorite things. Even if you come to us knowing nothing, or even if you've played with us or played one game, but you want to play more, come play with us. We want to teach you the game. We want to share the love of Clocktower with everyone. So please don't be afraid to jump on our Discord server. For everyone else, everyone who's already in the Clocktower, super solid, loves Clocktower, can't get enough, note, this week on April 17th, tickets go on sale for the Magicians, Gamblers, and Drunk, aka the Las Vegas Clocktower Con. The event is taking place on October 24th to the 26th, 2025 at the Westgate Hotel in Las Vegas. This was just announced a few days ago. I'm excited. This year I get to be a partner. So I, along with the Grim team, will be there bringing you awesome games all weekend long. So make sure you check it out. Grab a ticket before they sell out at vegasclocktowercon.com. You can come see us, see me. That's the most important thing. Although I guess if for some reason it's more interesting to you, Ben will also be there, I guess, if that gets you more excited. But Ben will also be there. Ben got ticket number 1, so I'm jealous. I got ticket number 3. So some mystery person out there was with ticket number 2. We're going to find him.
I got ticket number 1 last year. It was pretty cool.
Jeffy somehow bought tickets before they went on sale. I don't remember how that happened. That was some kind of loophole.
Favoritism.
I forgot about that.
No, it was a glitch in the system. But yeah, I got ticket number 1 because sales were open before the system was officially unlocked.
All right. So for tonight or today, depending on where in the world you are, we are going to jump into game 1, Trained Killer by Ekin. So since the last time this script was run in the World Cup, it does have 2 character changes. We are in round 2, which means scripts are allowed, the script authors are allowed to make a handful of changes to their script and the characters in play. The Djinn rules have to remain the same, but the characters on the script can change. So for this script, there are 2 character changes. The first is that the wizard has been removed for the Serenovus. The second change is that the ogre has been removed for the mutant. So this script now features all of the madness. A lot more madness to go around this time. The Djinn rule, as a refresher, or if you're seeing it for the first time, it says each night star, the demon attacks the next living in-play character in script order. Characters who survive might get reattacked. Now, this is open to some interpretation and different ways of running this. So I will tell you today, we are going to be running it with this specific reading of the rule. Each Night Star attacked the first never targeted character on the script or any player who has survived an attack, which means that you can jump back up the script to target somebody in a future night if they survive the night that they were supposed to die. But you're always resuming from the furthest place you've gotten to. So if you think about it, think of it like a cursor. On the first night, or technically the second night when a kill would happen, there will be appointed at, let's just say the mayor. If the mayor's in play, they are the first character. They must be targeted that night. If the mayor survives due to like a mayor bounce, I would move to the next character. So the next night, Village Idiot becomes a valid target, or the mayor. I could go back and kill the mayor again. Once I've targeted Village Idiot, I go down, but you can always go back up. So the mayor is always a valid target if they survived. If there's multiple Village Idiots in play, even if one dies and multiple are in play, they're always valid targets to go back and target on future nights. Now, I know that's a lot. Do you guys have any questions on how that works? It is worth noting the demons on the script are 2, Yagababble and Little Monster, who already have they have no say in who gets targeted. So what this does is it guides us as a storyteller as to which kills to make with those demons' abilities. Jeffy, I saw your hand up. Did you have a question?
You answered my question about the Village
Perfect.
Idiot order. Thanks.
Yeah, the Village Idiot, this did come up, right? So a Village Idiot, if there's multiple villages in play, one dies, the other 2 would be considered to have survived that night. So they are valid choices on future nights to go back. Allie.
In the case of like the Yagababble, do they still have to say a Yag phrase?
Yes, absolutely. If the Yagababble still has to say the phrase for it to be a valid kill. If the Yagababble says the phrase multiple times, we could do multiple kills in that night, but each kill would have to follow the same logic, right? I'd have to target the first character available on the script, and then the next kill would be the next available target on the script.
It's just replacing the storyteller's choice with a decided order.
Correct.
You
Becca?
can wipe out all the Village Idiots in one night. All right.
It's possible.
I'm assuming it can be anyone, but the mayor bounce doesn't need to be like the next available target, right? Like if the next available target was a Village Idiot and a mayor bounced, it wouldn't have to bounce to Village Idiot.
Correct. I could bounce that mayor anywhere to any player. Yeah. The only thing that matters is what the demon target goes to. If that's the mayor, it can legally mayor bounce anywhere. As well, you'll notice there's a lycanthrope on the script, right? So if a lycanthrope's in play and a lycanthrope is picking a player and that player dies, the demon choice was still made. And so can then move on to the next character on the script because they would have been considered to have survived that night even though the demon targeted them. And the same goes if there's a Boffin lycanthrope because, yes, Boffin's on the script. And so there are many layers to this madness. Ekin, I can read it if you want. Ekin's requesting that I read specifically why the changes were made, so I can cover that really quick. So Ekin, besides just the changes that were made, this is what Ekin said. It seems the wizard on the script has been intimidating to some of the player base. I haven't seen it run as much in the wild. Some folks I heard from thought Serenovus was a good fit for the script, which I agree. I wanted Wizard to put some more doubt in the kill order as they can mess with it, which the Serenovus still does, though only in perception and not the actualization, but that's fine. Mutant works so well with the Serenovus, and having the dilemma of picking a bluff matching the kill order or becoming a time bomb feels very fun, so I wanted to give it a go. Going full madness for this script feels right. Ogre was quite fun, and its main purpose was to mess with the Lycand if they turned evil. But between Poisoner, Spy, Zon, Recluse, Drunk, and the Faux Pas, I think it's got enough coverage already. Removing Ogre also gets rid of 3 jinxes, which goes a long way towards simplifying the script even further and making it more approachable. Hopefully, folks will give this version a bit more of a shot and try it out themselves. I think it's quite fun. That's Ekin's full reasoning for the changes that were made. 2 simple changes, huge ramifications for the script. All right. Do you guys have any other questions before I go set up this Grim? Cool. Then I'm going to go set up a Grim with chat. You guys stay here for a minute. I'll be back.
Uh-oh, is Rob getting called out?
All right, everyone. Welcome to the World Cup. So the World Cup rules are very simple. Not very simple, but they're strict, right? Since this is a competition format, we are, as storytellers, we do have our hands tied a little bit with what we can do. We must randomize the bag, and then we're given up to 5 swap outs to make the bag legal and or change anything we want. So I'm going to hit shuffle 5 times. We're going to see where we land, and then we're going to make some changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We got a Poisoner Zon Serenovis based game. The faux pas can go a long way, yeah. And then for the outsiders, we have a Drunk and a Recluse. And then we have the 7 townsfolk with a single extra townsfolk to adhere to the Drunk. So in theory, this is our starting bag. Technically, this might already be 2 changes, right? If the little monster goes in, maybe this is 1 change. Maybe this is a second change. Unclear. I don't plan to make too many changes. So Poisoner Zon Serenovis. Very interesting setup for the evil team. We have a choir boy with no king. So, and we do have the ability for the Zon to modify outsider count arbitrarily. So I think I will leave a Drunk. I will add a mutant for 3 outsiders. And a Drunk choir boy with no king could just be the magic here, right? There's no bluffs for evil, but evil won't learn there's a king, so that leaves it as a free bluff for them to say that they are a king, you know what I mean? But when the King Knight comes up and the king doesn't die, well, now evil has some very interesting things to claim. Artist, seamstress, fortune teller, amnesiac. There is a lycanthrope. Okay, the lycanthrope really throws a wrench into this because the lycanthrope can kind of mess with the kill the first few nights. I have to take out one of these. Yeah, I do have to take out at least another town, right? The question is what I want to take out. I do feel like not having a lycanthrope is interesting, and it makes people more scared of like a lycanthrope boffin. Let's take out the amnesiac and just leave the lycanthrope in play. Lycanthrope gets targeted on night 4. There is no monk. Put in the mayor. Part of me feels like leaving mayor as a potential evil bluff is interesting. I think we're going to do a Drunk choir boy, right? No VIs is pretty huge. I've used up so many of my swaps already. Well, I'm almost tempted to do like a pixie lycanthrope. There's so much misinformation. Night 3. Let's say who's going to get targeted night 3, right? It's going to be mayor, artist, lycanthrope. The lycanthrope will be poisoned on the night when they would make their target anyways. That's not the best use of Zon. Ooh, but the pixie would be poisoned and not get the ability. Huh. I got Low Monster for Minion, Drunk for Choir Boy, and Amni for Mutant, so 3. Yeah, so I only have 2 swaps. I'm just going to run it like this. I think this is good enough. I don't know. I'm tempted to do the Monk, but I do... Do we do a Steward for a Mayor? All right, I'm going to make one more swap. I'm going to do Steward for Mayor. I'm going to put a Mayor, and I think this is interesting. That's my 4 swap. I'm sending these out like this. All right, we have said that there will be a drunk choir boy. Ben gets to be our Sarah Novus. Jeffy gets to be our Zahn, and Rocco gets to be our Poisoner. We do have a Zahn 3. So it's going to be an interesting night. Yeah, so we need first of all, we need a faux pas. So somebody that registers as evil. I mean, the mayor's the easiest one to do, right? But I'm going to put it on the pixie. The pixie's going to see the mayor, maybe. We should say maybe Pixie Lycan. Let's do Pixie Lycan. And then for the red herring, there's no one. The lowest. So it is interesting, right? Because the way you go down the script, right? The lower ones are the ones that survive longer. So if you do like a red herring ping on like these first ones that are going to die, it's not really impactful. So the lowest ones we have are choir boy, Pixie, who's already evil. So I'm going to put it on the choir boy. Stick it on Dave. Put it on Dave. Yeah. Lycan's night 4 because I moved the mayor in, right? When the mayor wasn't in, Lycan was night 3, but now it's night 4. I think the faux pas on Dave. I think this is good. All right. What else do we have? That's it. I think we're good to send people to sleep. All right, players, you should all have your roles. Good night. Just know that we did have to increase the town taxes 15% this month to cover the cost of hiring a trained killer. Good night, everyone.
Oh,
You
right.
can make
we
the
still
checks
have
out
to
to
get
me
through
later.
the night. Okay, 'cause I was looking at
Penny, you're grounded.
420.
Dave, what was your time?
Who?
3.
I will do predictions. I'm not doing well, yeah, okay. I'm gonna do predictions. I'm just gonna do a very simple prediction. Who wins, good, evil? I don't want to shake it up too much with the World Cup stuff. Yeah, so night 3 is here. Okay. No buff. No, we can send minion information. I will just wake all of the minions and say, these are your minions. Little monster goes first. Yeah, we have 3 outsiders in play, so it is a Zahn 3. I pretty much do. I do like night 1, night 2, night 3, so I know which night it is. I don't run the Zahn reminder tokens necessarily correctly. Yeah, this is the first script of the World Cup. Oh, let me add. The bot doesn't work, but let me do this. I'm gonna pin the Djinn rule in Twitch at least. Yes, I sent the cards to the evil team.
This couldn't possibly end horribly.
Not at all, Rocco, especially giving you the baby day 1. You are holding Low Monster.
I've never been a minion in a low monster game, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna learn it on the fly then.
Yeah.
While I have you here, feel free to pick a player.
I will always poison Motaro night 1.
Motaro it is. Cool. Thanks, Rocco. Ben's not answering. I'll just get the card for him. Maybe he's in the middle of a chat and he doesn't want to get pulled away. You know, I watch a lot of the TPI streams and Ben's always like, if you get pinged, answer it. And then when Ben gets pinged, he just doesn't answer it. But that's okay. He's the boss. Ninja mad as the king. Listen, it's not so easy when you're on the other side, is it, Ben?
Hello.
Hello, Nina. So, 2 pieces of information for you. First of all, the Serenovus has chosen to make you mad that you are the king.
Of course.
And you are going to learn that there is a lycanthrope in play.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're under double effects of madness.
It's
that is not a fun thing for you.
It's fine. I don't need to steal the lycanthrope. I just need to help him. All right.
So enjoy.
Bye.
That is rough. The Serenovus can't deny the pixie their ability. I mean, if Nina claims king day 1 and then later is mad about being the lycanthrope, and when she's not under the effects of Serenovus madness, that could still technically maybe work. Storyteller discretion. Hey, Dave.
Yo.
Go ahead and pick 2 players.
If this little monster, I'm gonna be upset. I'm choosing Rob and Ben.
All right, you pick Rob and Ben and learn that no, neither of them is the demon.
They will be tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Enjoy. And then we'll see if Motaro wants to use his ability. Motaro. All right, if Motaro doesn't want to answer, I'll use the cards. So, a couple of things to look out for today. First of all, there is a mutant in play, right? The mutant will have to bluff something that's going to mess with the night order of kills, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. Secondly, the evil team, right? The evil team now is forced to bluff things that explains why they die. If you're going around bluffing like, Village Idiot and you don't die night 2 and nobody dies night 2, well, that's rough unless there's a lycanthrope to cover why that might be happening. Well, Dave only looks for the demon, Alan Michael, so the faux pas won't necessarily make trigger for a fortune teller. But the lycanthrope being in play does make this a little easier for evil to explain why they didn't die, depending on what they do. The faux pas registers as evil for everyone, yes. Also, let me go to, for Steve, Rob is the artist. So Rob, in case you don't know, Rob's a surgeon. He's on call, which means at any moment he might have to drop and go do a life-saving surgery. So he has a shadow in neutral Steve, who's here shadowing Rob. So if Rob has to get pulled away, Steve will jump in and take over in Rob's place. And so because of that, Rob will be sticking to the voice channels here instead of private chats so that Steve can listen to all the conversations. Just surgeon things, yeah. But we wanted to help Rob accommodate and play since, he's an awesome part of our community. And we do it for special events when he really wants to be involved. Okay, that's all I got to do on night 1. Let's put him to sleep. Keep an eye on what evil bluffs and keep an eye on what the mutant bluffs. It's going to be very interesting.
Engine in Scotland.
Well, I would love to. I did go to Scottish Expo in Edinburgh.
Good morning, players. It is worth noting that only 30% of you paid your tax bill. You can make that out to Evil Steve. I'm going to need a $25 each to cover the cost of this train killer who's roaming town. Alternatively, if you can all get together and just kill the demon on your own, well, then we won't have to pay the bill. So anyway,
Let's
I
do
have
it.
an announcement.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
Congratulations, Kieran. You won.
Nice.
Yay.
First time.
I won.
I have an announcement.
I mean, I will graciously.
I am
Rise.
the king.
Oh,
Who's the king?
Nina.
No,
Me.
you're the damsel.
Long live the king!
Nope, I'm the king.
it is the damsel.
You're not the king. You're the damsel. All right. I'm going to potion shop. Whoever wants to talk to me, come to potion shop.
Whoa.
I am your poisoner. I've poisoned Mataro.
You poisoned Matara. Okay. Do we have a king?
No, we do not, actually.
Okay, brilliant. I'm bluffing king then.
All right, lovely. Oh yeah, because I have a lure. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we don't have a king, so
And we don't have any bluffs either. So actually, I mean, given that you're babysitting, maybe you should have first choice of bluffs.
I'm just gonna give a 3 of like steward, seamstress.
Oh,
Things
do
like
you know what? I might bluff choir boy.
Go for it. See what happens.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I don't think anyone's gonna out his choir boy. You can always fall back on something like that.
Well, right, but if I was just thinking if
Uh-oh.
the choir boy learned upon the king's death, but the king has to die
Correct,
from
yeah.
the demon, so that doesn't work.
Matara did not use it.
So
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, that stinks. Okay.
very
All
good.
right. Thank you.
Yep. Good luck. Thank you.
If the mayor bounce decides to hit me instead, but yeah, I'm the seamstress.
Oh, right. I forgot the demon doesn't get to choose this time around, so there actually is some benefit to honesty, huh?
Yeah.
Because, like, if the demon doesn't choose, the demon isn't going to target anyone. So did you say general?
No, seamstress.
I'll point
Seamstress.
out, in the
And
case
are you
of a
gonna use
boffin
it? When are you gonna use
lycanthrope,
I
you
did.
don't want to be
I
too
will
honest.
use it tonight or the night after. I did not use it last night.
Yeah, I feel like unless there's a Yaga.
What's up,
Okay.
Danny? What are you?
I'm happy to follow suit with what you're feeling. Whatever get your senses tingling.
Correct, Sheepbeard.
Should I tell you the truth?
The choir boy's turn.
Yes,
I'll give you a 3. How about that?
that's fine with me. That's unlike you. I feel like to give 3s, but all right, sure.
Well, I mean, this script is different. Like, I don't know, like, because Little Monster or Yaga Babel, right? So Steve's controlling the kills,
Right.
but Steve's not controlling the kills.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the demon has less agency in this script of like what they're able to do, so people would be more forthcoming with their information. Now,
well-
granted, like every minion kind of maybe
Messes
decentralizes
with
that.
that. That's the issue.
Yeah, so
All right. Well, I would tell you that I'm either the monk or the amnesiac.
monk or amni. Okay.
Alright.
I will let you know I am the artist or the lycanthrope.
Artist or lycanthrope. Lovely. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm the fortune teller.
You're the fortune teller.
Yep, for right now.
Okay. If you need someone to pick people with, I am more than happy for you to pick me.
I will keep that in mind, and I will try to pick you soon.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Bye.
All right. Then I will give you recluse, choir boy, or harpy.
Wow.
That play you guys were talking about
I will give
works
you
better with a king, like a spy that can pretend to be the king.
seamstress, steward, or choir boy. How about that?
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
I'm happy to let you know that I'm either the artist or the lycanthrope. How about that? So I will die very soon, probably.
Hi.
Hey, Becca.
I have a logistical question.
Sure.
Am I allowed to register as a minion to be lower on the kill order?
Yeah, absolutely. A recluse can register as a minion and have their spot in the kill order skipped.
Cool. Thank you.
Enjoy.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Yeah.
Ask if that could work.
Nice, awesome. Well, good luck with whatever you do.
Monster, in which case they're going to see their own teammates as interchangeably sacrificable because they
Fair.
can pass the demon around.
Hey, Danny boy.
Steve, if I'm the artist, then I'm using my artist question right now.
Yeah, in case there's no mayor, no
I'll die
vigilante.
early,
You could die tonight. You never know. Makes sense.
Could die.
What are you asking? Or are you just pretending you don't care?
Red.
Oh, I mean, probably. I think that's. I don't know. It depends. Maybe you bought a bunch of puts, so maybe you're in the green. Oh, socks. I heard stocks.
Oh, no, we don't need to talk more about the stock market. That's enough. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Enough of that.
Double down. Double down.
All right, players.
Okay.
Welcome back to town. I will give you guys a minute or two to talk before I open nominations.
Can I have a straight talk consult real quick, Steve?
Absolutely.
Oh.
No.
This
Hey,
is
Rocco.
me bluffing amnesiac. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question. This is the question, and this is the answer. Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer that you seek.
All right, thank you.
You can't have everything in life.
Can I tell you what happened is I got mad about something and I smacked my desk, and when I smacked my desk, my camera apparently came to
Man, the Sarah Nova's
I
got
was
it
like,
off.
don't break
The desk
madness.
took
It's
revenge.
okay.
My bad,
Cave the
sorry.
mutant confirmed.
Exactly.
All right. Any I'll go ahead. I mean, you guys can keep talking, but if you're ready, I'll accept nominations.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, loads of people chatting.
Jeffy nominates Kieran.
Hello.
Jeffy nominates Kieran. Tell us why, Jeffy.
I'm okay.
I am very upset that Kieran won our little estimation game, and so I feel like that means Kieran deserves to die because immediately winning, you got to lose somewhere else. So sorry, Kieran, time to go.
Kieran, your defense.
As the mayor, I have hired a trained killer, allegedly, to go around this town, and I think if you try to kill me, you're probably the demon who wants me gone.
I'm hearing Kieran ×2.
McKay, you're getting a little bit of feedback.
Oh God, do I sound terrible too?
No, you sound fine.
You sound good.
Kieran, if you're the mayor, you're probably just going to die tonight anyway. We might as well kill you.
No, let's not give the demon agency to follow an order. Let's...
I mean, what I will say is, did you just claim mayor, Kieran?
I did.
So, mayor's obviously quite handy to have in the late game, but what I will say is, if we take out the mayor, then evil have got nowhere to hide in terms of the kills moving around on this list, right? Because then that's the main thing that the storyteller has to ping kills around. So if the mayor's dead, the storyteller basically has to do it in script order.
Well, except for lycanthrope, right?
Yeah,
except for lycanthrope. Yeah, but we are in charge of lycanthrope, right? Because the lycanthrope is one of us.
Yeah, sure.
Just be aware, I've heard of 2 mayors, one of them being a pixie.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's a pixie mayor, the pixie is definitely broken madness, so it still takes out the fear ability.
I have somebody who claimed to me to be the other mayor, so.
Well, I would just like to say, as your mayor, I don't feel very beloved right now. The only thing I would say that could help to keeping me maybe one night is that if we don't have a lycanthrope or they hit someone evil and there is a mayor bounce, you do get some confirmation if there's a random order killed, which only helps good to team, right? So, but if you choose to kill me, I will also happily die and keep your taxes as high as they are from Evil Steve.
6 votes is the number.
Wait, this is important. Who determines the
I think it's Allie, but I'm not
the
sure.
mayor or the king?
I think
Or
the
do
king.
they tax-
I mean,
The king appointed a mayor.
6 is enough. Kieran is now marked for execution.
Pretty sure kings trump mayors, so.
Yes.
Nina was like, "How dare you impose a tax on my kingdom?" Nina was furious.
Nina's like, "Down with the mayor! Down with the mayor!"
I will nominate Danny.
Allie nominates Denny. Tell us more.
Because I think it'll be funny.
Oh, that's true.
This is so funny for me to die. Haha.
Denny?
Exactly.
It's a real knee slapper.
Okay. 6 to tie, 7 to die.
I don't think we should kill the mayor, but that's basically why. I just picked someone at random.
Kill all mayors.
This message is not endorsed by your mayor, okay?
4 is not enough. Denny Boy is safe for the day.
Wow, as often as Denny dies on day 1, this is nice.
Rocco nominate Mataro?
Rocco nominates Mataro. Tell us why.
If he says, if we want to keep the mayor alive, he said he's spent roll, so there you go.
Mataro?
I'm not spent, so I'd rather probably go for one of the face-up outsiders I heard of if we want to keep the mayor around.
You told me you were spent?
I don't remember that.
Rocco, you're making stuff up again.
No, I'm not.
7's the number.
Well, you were. You said you're spent and you're working with someone else with the information we have.
When Mataro says things like that, Mataro's always evil.
That's true.
Are these face up outsiders face up in the public?
4.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Heard of one.
Dave will nominate Rocco.
Dave nominates Rocco. Tell us why.
1, he's good at this game, so if he's good, he'll solve the game anyway, even if dead. But if he's evil, I want him out as soon as possible.
Rocco?
I'm not evil. I'm the amnesiac or the monk, so don't kill me.
I don't know. That seems like targeting, Dave.
7's the number.
I don't want to get picked last in kickball, Dave.
Yeah.
Jeez.
4 is not enough. Rocco's safe for the day.
I'll nominate McKay.
Ben nominates McKay. Tell us why.
McKay asked me what character I was. I responded, and then McKay refused to give anything back in return except for vague bullshit. And and yeah, I don't know. It's giving me bad vibes.
Okay.
Those are just my vibes. They don't mean anything about whether I'm good or evil. Those are just generally my vibes.
Cool. 7's the number.
You sound like
Ben's like, I refute these vibes.
5.
I need Team Brit to back me up here, guys. Come on.
Now
I
they know
failed to
me.
We've
put
got a
my hand up
voting
in
block up
time.
here.
5's not enough. McKay's safe. Kieran?
I subscribe to McKay evil vibes.
I would like to nominate Becca.
Kieran nominates Becca. Tell us why.
As mayor of this delightfully demonic town, I am rightfully allowed to expel you from your role, and you should not be here. You do not pay taxes. Yeah.
I want to.
I don't want to die.
Now.
I know.
Becca?
Are you saying she's an outsider?
I am, in fact, an outsider. We are free to kill me. That being said, I do not want to ever die to save a mayor.
All right. 7 is the number.
That's exactly what an outsider would say.
No, Rob, you know my feelings on the mayor.
I mean, I thought you loved the mayor.
Tying?
What?
He's a great mayor.
What was that vote
7
block
is
there?
indeed
What the
enough.
hell?
Yeah.
Becca is now on the block.
That was something.
I do not endorse that. That was wild.
What the hell just happened?
That was a lift.
No, that wasn't a lift. I would have tried to lift it earlier if I was lifting. I just wanted to die as an outsider.
There were many nominations. I don't think that was a.
I mean,
That wasn't
Jeffy's
just a
I'm just
lift.
acknowledging she's the recluse. I don't
Also, it's
see
a little
why
early.
that's a
Well,
bad
I
lift.
guess.
It definitely was a lift. We can debate the desire, the intention of the lift, but it definitely was a lift.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Final call for nominations.
Did it off a good player to a good player. What's
Gonna bring this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Becca has been executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
I don't like that. No, I'm kidding. I'm not actually the Yagababble.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
if
stop it.
Yagababble-
Stop it.
Not again.
Imagine
Yaga
giving you the
phrases, that's a
same
lift.
Yaga phrase.
It would be so funny if
I'm
I
gonna
got
use
the
the
same
cars as
Yaga
much as I
phrase.
can to speed this up.
That would be great.
Oh no, I forgot to say my Agababble phrase. Is it too late?
It
This
is.
orgasm is boring.
There's a child here.
There shouldn't be.
Isn't there an age rating on this game?
Also
we-
been there.
Loading
It's
the
just
Clocktower,
not-
ages 13 plus.
Can we talk about the fact that Kieran's phrase might
Kieran.
have something to do with taxes?
Kieran.
Yeah.
Hello.
Kieran. Someone wants to say something to you.
Hello.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because I wanted to chickeny away.
Particularly away. Hell yeah.
The child
No,
of destiny is obsessed with my my picture.
Has your child seen the Wallace and Gromit that's from Allie?
No.
Oh my god, that's a great one.
What is Wallace and Gromit?
It's a
Oh, wow.
claymation
Stop animation.
animated movie series about a guy who really likes cheese and his dog.
Yeah.
They
and
also
it's-
feature a lot of sheep, but that's just because it's British.
All right, real quick. Depending on who Denny Boy picks, this might give us some leverage tonight, right? Let's see who Denny Boy picks. But like doing what we do with the mayor kill here is important. Denny Boy's gonna kill Dave B. Well, we didn't put the faux pas on Dave B, but like kind of maybe we should have. Like somebody who said we should put on Dave B, kind of makes sense, I guess. It would have prevented that from happening if that was your intent. Well, good call.
He can run.
Yeah, I thought it was from Chicken Run.
No,
he
no,
actually
that's
is in Chicken. No, he is. He's in Chicken Run.
he is, but that's definitely from the wrong trousers, and he's obviously a chicken. You can tell by how he has a coxcomb.
Yes. No penguins around.
No, I haven't seen a penguin at all. No evil penguins here, only a chicken.
Kieran got very upset when I kept calling it a penguin.
Well, if I find, where is it?
The whole point is that he's not a penguin.
Do the traitors one. Do the traitors one.
I'm looking for it.
Hey, Jeffy.
Oh,
You are now holding Little Monster.
Okay.
Enjoy. All right. Welsh, 1 hour behind. We'll see you in an hour. Comment when you catch up. That's a big oof. I mean, Lycanthrope killing the fortune teller is pretty bad. I mean, it's less bad in a Poppy Grower game, I suppose. But I guess it kind of confirms the Lycanthrope, but doesn't clear because the demon could have the Lycanthrope ability, right? Lycanthrope ability through the Boffin, which flips this whole script on its head. Plus it's Dave, yeah. I mean, honestly, that's the Lycanthrope's so powerful, like not protecting the powerful town's role feels like a good use of the faux pas, right? Like, using the faux pas to like protect from killing powerful townsfolk doesn't seem like a very Lycanthrope thing to do, you know what I mean? Would we ever mayor bounce to a fortune teller? The question I would have posed is, do you mayor bounce to the artist? If I mayor bounce to the artist, who's the next on the list, it almost looks like there was no mayor in place. That really frames evil, right? Frames Kieran. If we don't bounce, then Kieran is pretty much screwed. Here's the thing, though. Kieran was targeted by the demon tonight, survived. So Kieran is a valid target on any future night. All right, are Rocco and Dave B on the same team? Yes. That's a poisoned seamstress ability. But they might think it's a Zon too. All right, we'll see what happens next. There's a reason Motaro targeted Rocco, right? There's a reason. All right, let's go wake him up.
His sex dolls are silent.
That is a
Depends on the movie.
perfect example of the difference between British and American culture, right there. You guys are so prudish and sensitive about
Very
sexy
true.
type
Very
stuff
true.
that you'd rather bring a live animal
Assuming
to
they
a cinema
trust anyway.
than some inflated rubber.
Good morning to all of our townsfolk. Unfortunately, Dave B did not survive the night.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Dave, what were you?
really
4
hope
minutes.
that
I'm a
Steve
vigor
heard the
killed
tail
minion.
end of your rant there.
So,
Matt.
Dave, you might as well tell us because this is the demon's not picking kills. Go.
So I got a yes.
Okay.
All right. I don't.
Fair enough. I was actually
I'm
the
not
fortune teller. I was telling the truth to everybody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really out that unless
I just haven't. I haven't shared my pains. So yeah.
Yeah, because I just gotta keep. Do we know the Zon number? Because there's someone who's clearly mad, but I don't know if it's Sarah mad or if they're the mutant, and then we have the recluse. Is it base 2?
Base 2.
Okay. All right.
If there's a general, evil definitely is in the lead.
Drunk or poisoned, because I don't necessarily trust Rocco. I outed my role to everyone yesterday, and he's the only one that was basically in our private chat demanding who'd I use it on. So that's why he called me out on, hey, I thought you were spent.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so we'll see what happens later.
I got Dave B last night.
As?
Good.
Okay.
Dwight Moore
I'll
raid.
trust you, Jeffy. I'm the lycanthrope.
Shout outs to Dwight Moore.
I
Hope your
picked
Saturday
last
games
night
went well.
because I didn't have a person to kill. I just kind of picked randomly.
For those of you joining us, we are doing World Cup Sunday. This is game 14 of the Blood in the Clocktower World Cup. The script we are playing right now is Trained Killer by Ekin, and it has the Djinn rule. Each night, the demon attacks the next living in-play character in script order, and characters who survive the night might get reattacked. So, yeah. The demons don't have agency over their own kills because it's Yagababa Little Monster, and it's up to town to figure out who's dying and why.
Trading with a fortune teller to get my info, so I don't necessarily trust my information yet, but I'm open to it being, healthy and sober later. But for whatever reason, I'm not trusting it now. Did you? Are you still Are you?
Oh,
Sarah
I'm
Matt?
still the pick. No, I'm still the pixie.
Okay.
I just didn't see the point because on the script.
Okay.
Is there a point?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Pixie, what?
Pixie Mare.
Pixie
I know
Mare.
Kieran
Okay.
isn't lying, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I kind of figure out what we can actually team up together, and I can sort of figure out what my ability is with you in a way.
Yeah. Okay, so we're planning on me asking my artist question on day 3. We're going to think more about what it should be based on how everything goes down. And
Yeah, let's see you guys today and tomorrow, and then hopefully
Okay.
try one more day.
Did I call it Sunday? If I did,
Steve,
oops.
Steve, perfect. Hi.
What's up, Rocco?
We should leave because this is not good. Yeah, we should leave.
Got it. Yeah.
Bump up. I kept bumping my desk.
I just realized that if we stayed there, when I'm saying I'm bluffing this is not good.
Yeah, because it's visible to the
Yeah. I think my ability is each night learn the number of evil players that woke last night due to their ability. Which
Okay. And are you getting a warm?
I'm not asking that, but I think that's the ability in general. I think.
Sure. Okay.
Night
I
one,
see.
learned a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so last night I also learned a 2. So I have 2 numbers back to back, so I can figure out what that is. All right. Thank you.
Cool. Enjoy.
Okay.
What would you like to claim, if anything?
I'm the steward.
Okay.
I don't see any point hiding it. There's no
Nina Brogue.
Undertaker. There's no cannibal.
There's nothing that's going to confirm anything. I guess just poisoning reasons, because there is a poisoner.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not an issue for me.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think we execute a Sarah break on that, right? Welcome back to town, everyone. I'll give a minute in case you have any public information you'd like to share. Nina's got her hand up.
I would like to share with you a funny story, but I'm going to let you know that your king is actually a pixie lycanthrope who is Sarah Novus mad.
Ooh.
Long live the king anyway. Or down with the king. I don't know. What am I supposed to feel?
Down with the king! Down with the king!
That's interesting.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
bizarre.
I mean,
I had to break
that's,
madness either way, so.
that's so stupid that it must be true.
I think I buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's legit.
I don't.
I just feel like you would make up something less dumb if you were evil, honestly.
I feel like I'm not following what's so dumb about being mad as the king.
I have broken madness simultaneously in 2 ways. Yeah. I am this thing. It is combined of like 4 or 5 words all attached by a multitude of hyphens. The Serenovus Mad King Pixie Lycanthrope.
Yeah.
Nominations are now open.
I'll nominate myself.
Ben nominates Ben. Tell us why.
We can do this if we want to. I mean, there is no Undertaker and there is no Cannibal on this script, so I don't see any point in being like super coy about stuff. And the evil team don't get to pick any of the kills, so the only thing that and there's no Vortox, right? So the only thing that we fear here is a poisoner, and there is there's like a 50% chance of it being in play, right? So if we feel like we want to get someone on the block, we can kill me because I'm not getting ongoing information, so I don't mind. But I think also we don't need to worry too much about executing anyone, or at least we don't have to be too zealous about it.
The current number is 5 votes to put Ben on the block.
Getting low vibes.
I mean, yeah, it could be. I mean, we don't know. I haven't heard someone say a certain thing over and over again.
Or is not enough. Ben is safe for the day.
Can I nominate Rocco?
Allie nominates Rocco. Tell us why.
A lot of people aren't buying the Amni claim.
Tell me if you want. I am just the Amni or the monk.
5 votes is the number. Four votes, not enough. Rocco is safe for the day.
If I'm the Amni, I received two nights in a row. If someone can help me with that, I'd love it.
That is interesting.
I think your amnesiac ability is how many fellow evil players are on your team.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but Nina's broken madness and is still alive.
I mean,
I don't
probably
care if
kill her
you
at
kill
the end
me.
of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to put her on the block.
No.
Well,
At least not.
I thought Nina was saying that she was mad the first day and wasn't
Nope,
mad.
I am currently still Serenovus mad.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
but they also broke their pixie madness and they can't get their ability even if they do survive the Serenovus madness, right?
Which is why it didn't matter if I broke it.
Right. So since you can't get your ability, and your ability is kind of disruptive to a point.
I mean, I'm the pixie, so
I was gonna say-
I
I
know
will say-
one good player.
I have
Or
another
one
kind of
character.
pixie, which is amusing to me, but that's fine.
Second call for nominations.
This is the other reason
Rob
why I'm
nominates Nina.
Nominates Nina. Anything else you want to add, Rob?
Yeah, we need to put somebody on the block ideally and it should be something that makes sense for us to help win the game. I think getting rid of a potential, even though it's unlikely that they would turn into a lycanthrope, they're either going to turn into nothing or they're going to turn into a lycanthrope later if they ever survive the initial Serenovus madness. So I don't know. I just feel like the character's doomed and might as well get them off the script now.
What's wrong with the lycanthrope?
It's okay. I like lycanthrope. I made a whole script about it. But in this case, it just confuses the kill order, right?
Supposedly, I was killed by a
Only for
lycanthrope.
another day or two. At
I
most.
don't think. Okay, first of all, I'm not gonna get the lycanthrope because I've broken
Right.
it.
That's
right?
my point.
And so I am just confirming another player who is the lycanthrope. I mean, I will not break madness after today. if I'm made mad again. So if I manage to survive this day, I am a good player. But I don't care if you kill me.
Yeah, there's no point in putting Nina on the block today.
5's the number.
Either Steve will kill or not.
Oh, we could have put Ben on the block, but we didn't do that.
But who? Ben?
Ben is not a good
Trust
kill.
Ben. Yeah.
Ben volunteered to go on the block.
Yeah, that's
Still not a
what
good
made
kill.
me
He's not the
trust
demon.
him.
Okay.
0, surprise, not 5.
Jeffy still wants to kill Kieran. So
Kieran?
Yeah, can we kill Kieran, please?
Kieran would be a decent kill.
My hand is to nominate myself.
Kieran nominates Kieran. Tell us why.
Yeah, I understand wanting to kill me. I think potential. I haven't spoken to Dave. I don't know if you feel like if you were picked by Lycan or if that could be a bounce.
I had a player claim Lycan and claim that they picked me.
Okay. And yeah, potentially as well, it gives an opportunity if I'm on the block and then Nina is executed. At least we know the Serenovus claim is true. This isn't just chaos, so I'm happy to be put on the block.
5's the number.
I'm so fascinated by some people who are voting right now based
I'd
on
rather
the
Kieran live
conversations I
one more
had.
night, but one more day.
Funny, the 4 people that voted yesterday that left Kieran off the block did not vote today.
Correct.
5 is enough. Kieran's now
Well,
on the
Dave
block.
obviously didn't, but
Denny Boy nominates Allie.
Denny Boy nominates Allie. Tell us why.
Allie, your actions in this voting round have confused me greatly. There should be some people you trust, and it seems like you're actively going against town's goodwill by your actions, which I'm really confused by. You're kind of in a double claim.
Yep, that's true.
Allie?
I'm very well aware I'm in a double claim, so I don't know what Nina's talking about, but I'm definitely the pixie.
And why did you vote for Kieran?
Because he said he's possibly spent and you want to eliminate a world. There's no
But you
harm in
trust
that.
Kieran.
I
We're
do.
not eliminating any worlds to you.
Kill me, don't kill me, I don't care. I'm just vibing.
6 is the number.
You can vibe in the grave.
Everyone asking. Rob has not.
I also would be
He
That's
might not know he's up,
Correct,
right?
sir.
We'll talk about it at night.
Back from the grave. Let's get that on a t-shirt.
Hey, Ben tied it for some
we
reason.
tied it.
5 is a tie.
I expected Kieran to vote.
Nobody is on the block.
Yeah,
fine
Allie
with
would have been a
this.
good execution here.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Sorry.
you Kieran to vote there. Sorry.
I take that.
Mataro?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Jeffy.
Mataro nominates Jeffy. Tell us why.
Jeffy is tunneling on Kieran for no reason. She's playing a little quieter. I think that Jeffy likes to solve the game a little more than just tunneling on Kieran, whose only sin is claiming mayor. So I'd rather go for someone who isn't okay with dying.
Jeffy?
So first and foremost, Mataro, Kieran's major sin is he won the contest. That was that was obviously the meme nom. It felt like a lift off of Kieran from yesterday, so that's where I wanted to go with that because of the way that the second votes came to lift off Kieran. Not necessarily that Kieran was evil, but I think we needed somebody on the block at some point. So that's where I wanted to go. I'm doing a ton of work trying to solve the game. I just haven't talked to you, Mataro, because you've ignored all my pings. So I feel like you're starting to settle on me now.
6 is the number.
I didn't realize killing me was going to be such a hot topic, and I love it, if I'm honest.
I love killing you, Kieran. It's fine.
3 is not enough. Jeffy is safe.
I'd be happy to kill any of the 3 people in the bottom of the Grim as well. People
me
have
too.
preferences towards them. We can't go for Rocco because we already nominated Rocco.
Mataro would be not a bad execution at this
I will-
point.
Yeah, can someone
I will
nominate
Try
me?
to put
I
somebody
will
on.
nominate Mataro.
Nina nominates Mataro. Nina, anything you want to add?
Kind of just want to kill somebody today. So
Mataro?
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm spent. This is not an issue at all.
6 is the number.
Oh, now you're spent.
one more person.
One more
Yeah,
vote, please.
yeah.
Thank you.
7 is enough. Motaro is now on the block. There's been a lot of noms. I'm going to end the day unless I hear another nom. In 3, 2, 1. Motaro has been executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
I don't like killing people.
All right. The reason I'm not Saramad killing Nina here is it's going to make the McKay Nina thing look more suspicious later. Like, we'll see. We'll see. I feel like McKay being a red herring while also confirming there's a king in play that no one's claiming is going to be more powerful than whatever is going on. It might, you know what I mean? We'll see. I don't think we're framing Motaro because Motaro's backing up Rocco. So if I frame Motaro, it makes Rocco's ping look bad to Dave, right? Who now trusts Rocco based on that. That's just the reason I'm making these choices.
You're not having much luck there, are you?
Can I tell you, I think I have a pinched nerve in my neck and like my whole left arm is messing up and like my fingers aren't behaving and I just pushed the wrong.
We are also on a Zon night, so all townsfolk are poisoned tonight.
You sent me your other imaging, McKay. You might as well send me your MRI of your neck. If you don't have one, you should get one.
I don't have a neck MRI, no. The only MRI I've had is of my hand and wrist that shows that my ulnar tunnel is totally destroyed.
Ooh.
Very cool.
See, I've got carpal tunnel in one hand and I can't feel anything in it.
Which fingers are bothering you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's always my left pinky and ring finger.
Okay, then it could
I
be.
also have trigger finger in both of my pinkies.
Yeah, it could be ulnar nerve then.
Oh, it's definitely the ulnar nerve because my dislocated ulnar bone has absolutely wrecked my ulnar tunnel. So
Hey, Denny boy. How are you feeling about being the lycanthrope? I haven't really had a chance to talk to you yet, so I just thought I'd check in with you. How does it feel having that much responsibility?
I'm excited. This is super fun. According to Dave, I killed a very important player, so whoopsies.
Whoopsies. Just move on with your life. That's how it goes. It's Clocktower.
Yeah, you know how it be. I think Rocco is evil. I'm gonna select Rocco, and I suspect Rocco will not die. Okay. I could be poisoned as well because Rocco knows I'm the lycanthrope. But if he's evil and he poisons me, then he's evil anyway, and he didn't die, so that's fine.
Cool. All right, Rocco, it is.
Thanks, Steve.
Well, it did layer into a Zon night. They might figure out it's a Zon night. I'm not sure. Hey, Jeffy.
I'm not seeing the pick who's holding the baby. Do
I haven't run it yet. I haven't run it yet.
I didn't see it last night, but I think I was just not paying attention last night. So okay.
I did run it last night. Everyone picked you. That's why. I thought you picked yourself. Maybe not.
No, and I obviously got woken up, but I don't remember seeing it. I wasn't paying attention, but I have been trying to do better tonight, which I'm like, did I miss it? All right.
I haven't run it yet. I'm about to run it right now. Yeah. That's funny that she missed the ping. So right now, here's our options, right? The lycanthrope pick, the lycanthrope's poison, so their pick doesn't matter. The next name on the list is the artist, or we go back up to the mayor. In this case, we're going to go to the artist. Now, Rob didn't use, like, day 2 didn't use the artist ability, which really just blows my mind, honestly. Looks like they're doing Ben. So Ben will hold the baby. Okay. So we're killing Rob, right? Like, I mean, here's the thing, right? We're not gonna kill the mayor. Kieran is looking really sus. The evil needs that. Although evil is winning quite a bit. I still feel like I'm not gonna kill the mayor, right? I do wish Rob had used the ability. So our two choices are artist or mayor. If I go to the mayor, there's no mayor bounce. Kieran would die. If I go to Rob, I'm just going to Rob. Yeah. I mean, in a way that helps Rocco, but on the other hand, I think Rocco is fairly expendable at this point. So it'd have to be the mayor who survived night 1 or Rob night 2. Yeah. So we can't mayor bounce. Mayor's poison. There's no mayor bounce tonight. So that's it. Let's wake him up and get this game on the road. I want to see Rob's reaction to not using his ability and dying.
Funny boy.
Good morning to all of our players. Last night, Rob died in the night.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No.
Mataro and
Alright.
Rob, do either of you feel like telling us what you wear?
I'm
Yeah, I'm the seamstress.
Okay.
That's
Rob, what were you?
I was the artist who did not use their ability because I thought there was a village idiot in play because the village idiot is still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
have
well,
we've
we have
got
a
a
lycanthrope.
lycanthrope, right?
Oh, yeah.
and a mayor.
Well, if the silly
So
lycanthrope,
it could always go back to the mayor and
silly.
bounce off the mayor.
I just a heads up, I'm not mad today. So
So what are you?
I am the pixie who saw the lycanthrope who was made
Lord.
mad as the king.
Okie dokie.
Thanks for picking me, lycanthrope.
Correct half price.
That also sucks because I have a fortune teller no on you, Rob. I'm trying to not share my pings on who's alive.
But I just want to let you know I have zero interest whatsoever in what character you are. But sometimes when I'm a Serra Novus, I pick evil players because down the line it makes them look good if they can come out and say they've been made mad. And that's a completely irrelevant anecdote to this game, but I just wanted you to know. All right, I'll catch you later.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Hey.
Danny is the one claiming Lycan.
Denny is? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Maybe Ben's excuse of he legitimately thought Kieran was going to vote to break the tie. Although
Yeah.
Ben should have voted earlier if he was going to do that. I agree. That was weird.
But I don't. Ben and Kieran and Allie are kind of voting together. But
I think I trust Kieran for the time being.
okay, all right, cool.
So
Thank you.
yep, thanks, Nina.
Bye.
That's one option. The other option is maybe someone else is mad as something and is actually the king but can't say it because they're mad. But
Right, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, McKay. I believe you
yeah.
because I'm the real king. I've not told anybody this. I've not told anybody this because I looked at this script and thought, I'm going to live till the late game, and then the poisoner's going to poison the shit out of me. So I've been going...
Okay.
Hey, Rocco.
I don't know what I'm probably dead today or tomorrow. It's fine. Ben, I think, has a lot of social cred, so I think we're good there. But apparently, it seems just yes with Dave. So I'll take it. I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. Are you still getting 2s?
Sure, why not? We'll see what happens today.
All 2s. I think Dave got your Amni ability correct.
What did he say? Oh, the 2 evil.
How many are on the evil team with you? Intro.
Actually, Steve, I have one more question. If it's
Sure,
a
Rocco.
Zon day, theoretically, right?
Say what?
And if it's a Zon 3, because I know
Mhm.
Jeffrey's the Zon. If the Zon 3 works, would the mayor have to die that night?
So on night 3, the mayor, if it's in play, could be targeted, but isn't forced to be targeted because by that time we have moved down the list to the second name on the list, presumably, at least as long as the mayor's still alive, right? So the mayor could be a valid target, but is not forced to be a valid target because on night 2, the mayor would never be the current target. You know what I mean?
Got it. Okay, but a lycanthrope would be poisoned.
And a lycanthrope would be poisoned. Yeah.
All right, lovely. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Becca, you were an outsider, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's a Zon 3. I think we're in a Zon day.
Interesting. Okay.
Because
Lycan, which means there's someone I have to talk to who I haven't talked to yet because of the
Nina, because
Oh, I want Rocco dead so bad. We
yeah,
need Rocco to die.
I still don't that not dying to Sarah madness is not playing right with me. But okay.
Sure. Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is.
I do not.
You don't have that on your Grim either.
Do we think we have a drunk in play?
Or
I think
We
so.
think there might be a drunken play pointing to reverse information that would clear Denny. So Denny might be evil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a drunk, it's on 3.
Currently in the world that Denny is evil.
I mean, look at him.
In a world that Denny is evil, there's a drunk that would have cleared. There's a potential drunk that would be clearing Denny if they were not a drunk. Let's put it that way.
Or it says on 3. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm in a world where it says on 3 right now. So everybody's
Well, this would
getting-
have to be a Zon 1 in this case for this person.
Oh.
Denny, have you hard claimed to anybody?
Several people. Yeah.
I mean, in that world, Rob, it's either a Zon 1 or drunk. So.
Denny, I'm aware of your claim. Is it okay if I come out and ask you a question related to it?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Denny's claiming lycanthrope, and I was the one who died last night, so I'm going to ask Denny if they chose me last night.
No, I picked Rocco.
Okay. But if it's on 3, you wouldn't have worked.
It could be a Zon 3. It doesn't feel like a Zon 3.
I think it's at most a Zon 2, right? Because we've got a recluse that's been honest. There's literally no reason for a snitch to not be straight with us at this point.
True.
So
I
if
think
you
I
are the
know-
snitch and you've been hiding it for no reason,
There
now
could
is the
be a
time to stop
mutant
doing that.
and a drunk, though, Ben.
I have
There
a
could be
mutant.
yeah.
Me too.
There could be a mutant and a drunk, yeah. I think what we've learned from this, though, is that one of Rocco and Denny is probably evil, right?
No-
They're in direct opposition to each other at this point.
Dave, you could be the faux pas for the record.
I also have a same first yes on me and Dave though. And Dave died night 2.
Dave's the faux pas. Oh no, he can't because I picked him.
Here in your hand. Are you up for
I think
nomination?
I'm-
Or are you just
I just want to talk about something completely different to this, which is, can we talk about this town's infestation of choir boys, and where are their king if Nina is mad as being the king and not actually the king?
Is there no king?
There is no king.
I've not heard of anybody claiming king.
Yeah, I haven't heard of
got
anyone claiming
two-
Fireboy either.
I've got
I've
2
heard
choir
2.
boys on my Grim.
Okay.
Who? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
what the heck was that?
I don't know, but I love
I will
it.
explain
Nina
that.
is just so shocked at the revelation that there are 2 choir boys on Kieran's Grim. It's too much for her.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that was my alarm.
What did you set your alarm for?
It's a weekly alarm.
Nominations are indeed open.
Oh, that was fun.
I'd like to kill anyone who is alive.
I'll nominate
Well,
Denny.
that's fair enough.
Ben nominates Denny. Tell us why.
Barring a load of weird shit happening, one of Denny or Rocco is evil. I think both Denny and Rocco would agree with this. Denny is one of Denny and Rocco. I don't know what. It's not a very compelling argument, but we should kill one of them, I think.
I think we should kill the one that doesn't have people supporting them. There are multiple people saying that they're confirming me. I mean, if I'm the lycanthrope, Nina is the pixie lycanthrope, and there's other information out there that says that I'm good, especially if we think it's a Zon 3, then they weren't messed up earlier in the game when they learned information about me. Rob, I don't think any, I mean, except for Rob. Rob can do whatever he wants, but I don't legitimately think people think I'm evil.
So
My concern is that I genuinely think this is a Zon 1, and so that tells me that Nina was poisoned on night 1, and so I'm concerned that you're just an evil player bluffing lycanthrope.
Zon 1 is theoretically possible, I suppose, yes.
So Rocco may be more of a better choice just because Rocco is one of 2 people that I hard claimed my role to. And I told Rocco I was going to use my ability today, and I ended up
I
dying.
don't control kills.
Rob, that you telling people your role and then dying are in no way related because not even the storyteller is getting to choose who dies at night.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Actually,
But yeah, I agree. Actually, I kind of wish I'd nominated Rocco. Now I think that would have been a better choice. So.
4 votes. 4 votes is the number.
Jeffy, I am shocked.
Really pertinent, please. Rocco, Rocco. Rob, what's your role? Do you get info?
Oh, okay.
Oops.
What are you doing?
Oh no, Rob. I
4
wish you
is
would've
enough. Danny Boy's on
It
the block.
wasn't new if I tried to get rid of it.
Rocco will nominate Jeffy, please.
Rocco nominates Jeffy. Tell us why.
Jeffy told me she is a village idiot day one. If I talked to Steve today and said, hey, if it's on 3, does the mayor have to die? Steve said, no, we're already down in order, so the next person to die would go in order. Jeffy's not dead. But the artist is. Therefore, Jeffy's lying about what she is.
Jeffy?
Because I'm the mayor. I'm the mayor. That's fine. Or I'm drunk. But yeah, I'm just the mayor. It's fine. That's why I've been trying to kill Kieran the entire time, because Kieran's been double claiming me.
5's the number.
Has anyone heard Jeffy claim mayor before today?
No. I'm gonna
really
nominate
quiet on
Rocco.
that.
Fair enough.
Is Rocco the Serenovus?
No.
So, I mean, somebody is mad today, but
2 is not enough. Jeffy's safe.
I will nominate.
Oh, go ahead, Allie.
Sorry.
Can I nominate Nina?
Allie nominates Nina. Tell us why.
I'm not buying it. The fact that you blatantly broke madness and didn't die is sus in itself for me. I'm sorry, but I can't wrap my head around it.
Nina?
I blatantly broke madness, and Evil Steve decided not to execute me, and that's fine. Again, I'm not in a world where if you want to kill me, that's fine, but I think we need to be killing evil players because I think we have too many good players dead.
5's the number.
Danny, I think you're good this game, so I'm gonna help you get the stuff you can.
I'm not convinced Danny is anymore.
Not?
No.
There's not a single dead evil player.
3 is not enough. Nina is safe.
But there might
I
be
will
many.
nominate Rocco.
Nina nominates Rocco. Tell us why.
In my world, Denny has to be what he is, unless it is for sure a Zon 1, but I really think it might be a Zon 2. So I think we need to get this out
Not
of the
as
way.
on 2. We definitely have a mutant in Allie. We have a recluse in Becca. We probably have a drunk somewhere, so it would have to be a Zon 3 because Zon's the only outside modification on the script.
I'm not a mutant. I'm the pixie.
Anything else to add, Rocco?
Pixie mirror.
That's it.
5's the number.
A lycanthrope picked Rocco and did not die.
Yeah,
Can we
Zon
please get more
3
votes on
gave
this? Can we please?
Yeah,
Can we please,
Allie,
Jeffy?
could you look for the-
You know I'm good. Jeffy.
I don't believe that you are anymore. I don't have. I have the information that says
4
that
is
you're
a
not.
tie.
dropped.
Nobody
Okay,
is
listen.
on the block.
Listen,
Oh, I thought I was going to be the tie.
Listen up, guys. We have to skip. We're going to probably have to skip one day anyway, so it might as well be today. We'll then go down to 7, and then we must execute every day.
Kieran?
Jeff nominates Kieran.
I'm going to give just one more option. I think
do have a
I'd
dead
like
evil.
to nominate McKay.
Well, I did hear right before you said that Jeffy stole your thunder and nominated you, so we'll do that first. Jeffy?
Kieran is double claiming me. I am the mayor. I've been trying to kill Kieran because of the double claim this entire time. I would still like to kill Kieran, please.
Kieran?
It's giving Minion who didn't get a bluff.
5's the number.
I mean, I'm either the mayor or it is what it is.
You're definitely not the mayor. Like, I'm looking at my token right now.
I mean, there's totally a world I'm drunk. It's fine.
0's not enough. Kieran, you want to do your nomination?
Trusting Jeffy.
I nominate McKay, please.
Kieran nominates McKay. Tell us why.
McKay, what you claimed to me, you can't be. You claimed. I'm going to say you claimed Choir Boy. There is no king, unless Nina, for whatever reason, is lying about being Sarah Mad, which would be confusing. No one is publicly claiming king, which is weird because the evil team know. I just don't buy it. Sorry.
I actually am the king. I told some people Choir Boy because I told Nina Choir Boy because she said king and I was testing and she stuck with it. So then I didn't out to anyone else because I didn't want to cause confusion. But I actually am the king. Evil knows it. Now good knows it. So that's what I was doing. Some people will back me up on this.
5's the number.
We should.
Who is the somebody?
I think
I actually don't want to kill McKay now.
Today's the day we wait. Yeah.
Can't miss my dead one just yet. But this would have been a good execution today.
Yeah.
2's not enough. That's a lot of nominations.
No.
Final
Killing
call.
your king is
Can
not
I
a
say
good
something
idea.
real
I
quick?
could kill Jeffy.
I can talk in the night. Go ahead.
I could kill Jeffy here for breaking menace and saying she was drunk.
What?
Nothing. I can talk in the night. Steve can
Can
go
we
ahead.
put somebody on the block so my vote wasn't completely wasted for today?
Bringing this
Well,
day
unfortunately, the
Doesn't
person
matter.
you voted
to a
the
close.
person you voted for is not going to die.
At
So
this
it wasn't
point, if we
wasted.
put somebody on the block, they're guaranteed
3,
good.
2, 1. Nobody's executed. Nobody dies. Good night.
Okay.
I was this close to executing Jeffy, but I'm trying to think of the implications of what happens if I execute the village idiot. I mean, it gives her an out for why she doesn't die anymore, right? But I'm using an evil ability against an evil player. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Jeffy wanted it to happen, actually. In theory, right? I could break it at night, but it makes it look like a village idiot died at night.
As king kind of sucks because it just means
You're not,
the day that I'm
you're not
gonna
supposed to
die,
use Sarah
the
at
poisoner
night,
will
but like
poison me.
technically you can.
See
It
what
might
I'm saying?
confuse it. That's a
I
Yaga.
know you're the king though.
Do you know what? Fuck it. I don't think there's any reason for me to keep this quiet anymore. McKay is the king because I'm the choir boy. Nina will confirm that I went to Nina and
Yes.
said I was the choir boy. McKay also told Nina
Oh,
that
you're right,
McKay
Ekin.
was the choir boy because McKay's the king and was confused why Nina was claiming king.
Yep.
That clears up my double choir boy claim. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
It'd be announced
it's a shame
as an execution,
that
yeah.
because now if there is a poisoner, they've got a target-rich environment. But I think actually keeping that under wraps
think I
is doing
trust
more
that.
damage than good.
I think I buy that.
I mean, it's a solid play if someone random claims king to claim choir boy to them. I think everyone can agree that there's like, if you're the king and someone else claims king, you're going to claim choir boy to them to see if they're confused or what. So,
Okay, so let's just say that confirmation chain is legit.
Hey, Danny boy. So I saw you went ahead and picked Ali as the drunk. Ali as your kill. The Sarah Novus has picked you to be mad that you're the drunk. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So the Sarah Novus has picked you to be mad as a drunk, which you should learn before you make your pick. So if that changes your influence on who you pick, you can change your pick.
It doesn't.
Okay, so Ali's your pick.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Enjoy. Ali will not die here, which is pretty interesting. So that means we go and we run the little monster pick. And then we'll look at who's going to die. Right. Then we'll hold it. So here's what we could do, right? Let's see who's next to die at night, right? Next to die at night is it's Denny Boy, the lycanthrope. Will evil benefit from getting rid of Denny Boy being the lycanthrope? Yeah, we could, if we target the mayor, we could technically bounce it anywhere, right? So Denny Boy is the target. The mayor is still a valid target. And then the mayor could bounce to like Jeffy. Artist died, but the mayor is still alive, and so the mayor, the lichen is next, but the mayor having survived a previous night, right? We can go back to the mayor at any point we want, I believe. See, the problem, chat, is Ben doesn't respond to chat requests because he's probably talking. Killing mayor here is... Kieran is like really sus. Why would I kill the mayor? I'll try one more time for Ben. He's probably talking. Let's go listen.
Weird. The lifts have been weird.
The lifts have been super weird. I'm with you on that one.
I feel like the lifts have been super logical, but
Do you even lift?
yeah, I told you guys I was lifting my dumbbells in the night on night 1.
Do you have any smart bells?
No.
Players, if you could just do me a favor, please keep an eye on your pings. We have some people that are not responding to their pings. I've been trying to get a hold of someone. Just keep an eye, please. Thank you.
I'll do it.
I don't wanna.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Yeah, I'd like to make Danny mad that Nina is evil, please. Hello, sorry.
Sorry, no, it's fine. Chat egged me on, like, because you do it to everyone all the time. Now I get to come do it to you. Chat just was wondering, like, essentially where your headspace is in this game, in the game state and such.
I think Rocco's a lost cause. I've made Jeffy mad because I think it will give Jeffy some legitimacy later on. I'm making Denny mad as the drunk because I think Denny claiming to be that he thinks he's the drunk will either look shifty or people will agree with him. And both of those are good for me. I'm glad I've got McKay on side. McKay genuinely thinks that I am their king. I'm going to have to come up with some information for tonight because I would have got info. No, I wouldn't actually because we didn't execute anyone. Yeah, but other than that, I'm quietly confident, but it could all go very wrong very quickly, as we've seen so many times before.
Jeffy was a little sad that I didn't execute her for Breaking Madness yesterday. I don't know what you thought about that.
I'm not sad you didn't execute her for Breaking Madness.
It was close, but I chose not to do it. Okay. Yeah, it was, there's a lot of choices to be made. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that that's where your head's at. And now you know, chat. Thank you, Ben.
All right, cheers.
So, again, we can mayor bounce to Jeffy. Ben seems to want Jeffy alive. Jeffy wants out. Jeffy's probably going to get executed. I think we killed Denny. But him being mad that he's the drunk is just going to be weird. But it is what it is. Yeah, Jeffy and Rocco are definitely eating executions here. But when Ben doesn't die in the near future, things are going to get weird. Like when Ben's the king that doesn't die, then what? Killing Denny what? Confirms who? Confirms Ben? All right. If Denny's the drunk, he wouldn't die in the night order tonight. I guess it could. Ooh, disconnected mid-game.
For who Jeffy would turn.
Yep.
All right. Finally filled up my Grim.
Good morning, players. Last night, Denny Boy died in the night. 3 minutes.
That's interesting.
It can't possibly be interesting.
Who did you pick, Denny?
I picked McKay last night.
Oh.
Hooray!
I am also good.
Okay.
Why is Jeffy gave me those at day 1 in a hard claim? Why is Jeffy not dead?
Because the mayor hasn't died. Well, okay, so like at
I
any
asked
point,
Steve if the Zon 3 happened.
yes.
And you are poisoned because of the Zon. Because Mayor had already passed in night order, he can kill the next person in order, which would have been Rob as the artist.
Night 3 would have been Village Idiot, right? Okay, I'm
But
sorry.
we had to be Village Idiot next, and Jeffy claimed Village Idiot day 1, which is why I nominated Jeffy yesterday.
Right. Okay. Because the mayor couldn't bounce
Because it was on.
3. Okay. Okay.
Does that make
That's
sense?
possible.
That
Yeah,
is
I can see
correct,
that.
Crisis.
All right, later.
See thing is really fishy and weird. Nina may be evil, or if Nina's good and really is all those things, then that kind of clears Denny, unless Nina was Zon poisoned, right? And then we have a King Choir Boy, and that's
true,
my
Ekin.
Grim right now. So I'm not sure between Nina and Rocco, but I'm fairly certain Jeffy and Denny Boy are evil. So
Can I ask? The only thing that is confusing me is in the night order that we've got. I think Denny Boy dying makes sense as a Lycan. If Denny hit an evil player, if they're a minion, it has to be a mare bounce, right? Because it can't.
Denny died last night, right? Okay, that I could buy that. Okay, let's say Denny is alive and actually the lycanthrope, right? In that case, maybe Nina is actually. Well, then that just means Nina, Rocco, and Jeffy are.
I don't entirely get that, Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my evil team.
A drunk still chooses someone.
Nina,
I
Rocco,
think Nina.
Jeffy. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think Nina waited to see if a lycanthrope was in play with an off-order kill happening, and then it's just gone, I'm the Cerenovus, but look, I've not died. And I think that's exactly what's happened. Then it's fallen into the pixie like.
It's too coincidental. I think it's
Yeah, maybe. Who was Cerenovus
Denny,
mad yesterday? Do we know?
Jeffy, apparently. So I think it's Denny, Jeffy, and Nina, Little Monster, bouncing between them all.
Okay. I mean, I'm not against executing Nina because it's gonna. If she really is the pixie, she's gonna survive till late, and that's gonna make she's just gonna be an option at that point anyway.
I don't know. I just think that was a mare bounce onto an evil to throw off the trail.
That could just be where the Cerenovus is hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Which-
I'm gonna go Rocco first.
My current world is Rocco is the Cerenovus.
All right, players, nominations are
But
open.
if not, well, Jeffy is
I
still
nominate
evil and
Rocco.
Jeffy's not dead.
Who
that
was
Nina?
who was mad yesterday?
I was.
They might, yeah.
Okay.
I was there.
Put your hands down. I'm going to do something here. I'm the mutant. I'm the mutant.
We
I'm the
know.
mutant.
Yeah,
we all know.
We know. You don't have to-
We all
We
know.
don't know.
We already
Honestly,
knew.
like I don't hate that because now with 7 Alive is the last time that Ali could have done that.
Yeah.
And begs me to my next theory. Child, what now? If Nina was genuinely Sarah mad, why didn't Nina die when she blatantly broke Cerenovus madness? It just doesn't make sense.
I hate to be that guy, Ali, but we can say the same thing about you now as well.
Ali,
Give it a minute. It's fine.
we already
Storytelling.
knew you were the mutant, Ali. We already knew you were the mutant. And
We were already talking about it in whispers.
No, it wasn't even in whispers. We openly said we all know that Allie's the mutant because Allie was like, I'm not the mutant. I'm the pixie. We all knew. Yeah.
the evil team is Jeffy, Nina, and Rocco.
It's not me.
Possible.
It's not me.
Okay.
Either way, in all
Ali
worlds, I think Rocco
could be, but it just confirms her, right?
And then
So
Ali
is
gets
Mataro-
executed.
is
We
Mataro
try
drunk
again
then?
tomorrow.
Is
Can I
Mataro
nominate,
drunk?
can I nominate Rocco, please?
Yeah, I was drunk. I mean, there is a poisoner. I mean, one of the two.
Nina has nominated Rocco. Nina, tell us why.
So, based on the rolls on the Grim, it's likely that I'll be the one to die tonight. Let's kill Rocco today. If everybody thinks it's me and Rocco and somebody who's dead, then let's just get this out of the way now.
Here's my defense. In the world that Mataro is evil, Mataro would have the world that I'm evil, Mataro would have to be drunk, right? So it's Zon 3. On the night of Zon 3, the lycanthrope would have been poisoned, so the lycanthrope wouldn't be able to kill, and the mayor would also be poisoned, so the mayor would not be able to bounce. Kieran did not die. The artist died. Because I asked Steve, and Steve said because the mayor had already been targeted, so I can go down the order. Jeffy is claiming VI day 1. Hard claim to me. I don't know if Jeffy's still claiming VI, but Jeffy should have died before Rob, and Jeffy's still alive. No one's questioning this. Okay.
Well, I guess sometimes the best defense is an offense, so I'll run this vote for needed.
I do agree that Jeffy is increasingly
don't
looking
kill Rocco
dodgier than
now.
Rocco.
Oh yeah.
If we don't get Rocco now, we
think-
get him in final 3.
I think Ali's theory about the evil team being Nina, Jeffy, and Denny isn't
4's enough.
crazy.
Rocco's now on the block.
That would have to be a mayor
I
bounce,
will
though,
nominate
right,
Jeffy,
Denny?
but I don't think he's getting lifted.
So can we just let Denny say what they want to say because they've had their hand up all day?
So, I'm sorry, this is a bit of a tangent, so maybe this is not the best time for it since we only have so much time. If I picked McKay last night, McKay did not die on night 4. It's not Zon, and we don't think it's Poisoner. So, what does that leave with me if we think McKay is good as the king? It would have to be
Okay.
Rocco, McKay, Ben as the evil team, which would make
That
sense
is a
with the
world.
voting patterns.
It's a
I could
world,
also
but
just be
also
the drunk, which is what I'm also kind of just leaning towards.
I could
is
also be
more
the
possible.
faux pas, Denny.
That works as well, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of into this idea that maybe I'm the drunk, and everyone's like, "I'm the drunk," or Jeffy's like, "I'm the drunk." It's like, no, Jeffy, you're sober.
In the world that you're drunk, then why are we killing me?
I still think you're evil.
I think almost every world, Rocco, you're on any
Yeah.
team, everyone has you
Rocco
as-
will nominate Jeffy.
Rocco nominates Jeffy. Tell us why.
That's some accusation in my defense. If people want to believe me, sure. If people don't want to believe me, sure.
Jeffy?
I was Sarah mad as the mayor yesterday. Shock, awe, I know. The only evil that I've gotten as a village idiot is Rocco, which there's still a world that I am building that I'm just straight up the drunk with the information that I have, because I only have Rocco as the evil in there. That's why I was comfortable killing Denny, because I got Denny initially as a good. I could have built a Zon 1. The fact that Rob died before I did, that's where I thought I was just the drunk, not a drunk village idiot, which I'm fine with. So I frankly don't have any problems dying, because I am questioning my information. Denny seems to think that I am sober and getting correct information, and that was a mayor bounce. I don't know if I think it was or not. I think in every world, Rocco's evil, but I'm totally fine to die. I think if we're going to kill people that are fine to die, today's the last day to do it. But yeah, if you guys want to kill me in that world, feel free.
In every world, Jeffy is either the drunk or evil, and if we have two outsiders, they're unlikely to be the drunk.
Why?
5's the number.
Would just be a Zon 3, right?
Oh, I forgot about the Zon. Yeah, Zon 3.
It would just be Zon 3 plus...
Jeffy as the drunk makes a lot of sense here.
I think if we don't kill Rocco today, we're idiots.
I mean, we're going to tunnel on him in Final 3 if we don't do it now.
I'm still not convinced there's a Ceranovus. I'm sorry. Is anyone
there's-
claiming
there's-
something different today?
There's not a Ceranovus.
Exactly.
We have literally seen no evidence of it other than evil,
Jeffy
probably,
yesterday.
claiming to be... No, but Jeffy could just be evil again, claiming it. I just don't buy it. Until I see someone executed for breaking madness, I'm not going to believe there's a Ceranovus on day 4.
Can I claim other things? Can I claim like steward? Will that work?
I think that's the other two.
And not die? I'm going to claim artist, fortune teller, monk, pixie. Oh, pixies don't die. I'll claim pixie. I'm the pixie. It's fine.
Final call.
There's like 4 pixies. I could be the 5th. It's fine.
I could execute Allie, but I think
Oh,
Allie
that'd
being
be one.
suspicious is
No, it's
better
4
for
fire
evil.
boys, Rocco.
Oh, okay.
We only
I'm the
have
pixie
2
choir
pixies.
boy. It's fine.
4
I'm the
fire
pixie
boys.
choir
Get it
boy.
right, Rocco. Come on.
Bringing this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Rocco has been executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
Huh?
I have this memory of a game I played.
Oh my god, really? Oh wow.
At the Vegas Con, and the Vegas Con, I was in a game where someone outed as Sarah Mad and was executed and died. And then we went into the next day and everyone trusted them. And so we voted based on that as to who we thought the demon was. And I was like, there is also a world where they were the demon who had a scarlet woman.
Ninja Nina as the mutant.
Mad as something so that they could out and get executed and pass to their scarlet woman and we'd all believe them. But that's crazy. No one would ever do that. And so we voted on the other person, and that turned out to be what happened.
I absolutely would make that play.
Hey, Nina.
Again.
The Ceranovus has chosen to make you mad that you are the mutant.
Cool. Thank you.
Enjoy. Well, Nina's dying tonight. So the choice is, if we go down the list, it's Pixie or Mare. Mare's still alive. We could kill the Mare and bounce it to anyone we want. In this case, we're going to just target the Pixie. I think this makes the most sense. Yeah. Even though she's going to claim to be mutant, it's going to be weird. Man, there is a world in which I Mare bounce to frame Nina. Hang on here. I can Mare bounce to frame Nina. What do we have left? Mutant, Mare, Ceranovus, Zon, and Pixie. We have 6. Pixie, Choir Boy, Ceranovus, Mare, Mutant, Zon. Oh, it's like all 6 at the top. Oh, wow. I could kill the Mare, but If Nina comes out as a mutant, then that sets up a weird thing between Nina and Allie, right? And it puts the Ceranovus into question. Oh my gosh. Am I making the mayor too confirmed through all this? I don't know. I want to frame the mayor as a potential drunk, maybe. So I'll kill the pixie. I'll kill the pixie as this thing. The reason the mayor hasn't died is maybe they're just the drunk, right? Doesn't really work with all the information that's out there. So in this night, the king should be getting information, and the next kill on the list should be Ben, which is going to be interesting. If Nina survived tonight, yeah. Yeah, Nina's dying either tonight or tomorrow, so yeah. Oh, I have not, actually. Let me just go ahead and do the choice while I'm waiting. I don't think they're going to move it, but I should ask. They might give it to someone on the last day. Anyway, that's really it. It's a quick night. Let's wake him up. Ben letting me know he's bluffing king. Yeah, we got that. Good morning, players. Ninja Nina has died in the night.
I was so
3 minutes.
just the mutant. So it's okay.
Just real quick, I was made Ceranovus mad yesterday as the drunk.
I want to hear what the king's information is now.
Why the king?
Oh. Because
you would have learned information last night. Let's get McKay out of here.
I mean, evil knows I'm not the king, Ben. We just gotta be
Yeah,
real.
it's fine. Yeah, just tell him. Yeah, it's fine.
Ben is actually the king, and I'm the choir boy. And everything we said previously stands true for this. I went to Nina immediately day one, claimed choir boy. Ben wanted to kill me because thought I was being weird and that I would never have outed as choir boy. And when I finally was like, I'm just the choir boy, Ben was like, I'm actually the king.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I wasn't poisoned for my first piece of information, so I didn't want to tell anybody that I was the king, but I eventually relented and told McKay. Sorry, Denny, go ahead.
No. If we kill Jeffy today, we're certain that we have an evil dead, right? Like,
I believe
certainly.
so.
I would say that's quite likely, yeah.
Okay. Just also real quick, lycanthrope pick. I picked Allie the night that I died, not McKay. But in order to help sell drunk, it was easier to say McKay.
Cool. Well, that sounds like Allie is also evil then.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate what I'm about to say. But last night I learned that there is a Ceranovus.
Yeah,
I mean that's what I'm confirming right now. I mean that doesn't say anything.
No,
there's lots of madness going around.
I mean, if both Ben and McKay are both good, it's just like I'm having a hard time building that world. I guess it's Allie and Jeffy could be evil as well together, but
I mean, Allie and Kieran could also be evil together.
Allie has been trying to kill Kieran
was
the whole
claiming
game.
Pixie Mare.
Yeah,
for a
absolutely.
while.
I'm the one that's been trying to kill Kieran the whole game.
Yes.
Camera's
Also,
off.
Jeffy.
You both have, in all fairness.
From my perspective, it is possible that McKay is evil. It's possible I don't have a choir boy, but I think that's unlikely.
How would
McKay
you
could have been
open
the strong
that?
demon in
So
it.
from your perspective, I could be evil, but from my perspective, you're 100% good, except for that one fringe case I said, which is Boffin King.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it's also possible that you're the drunk.
It's possible.
I don't particularly want you to go down that line of inquiry.
You're the
there,
next one to die, my friend, so we'll see what happens. You die tonight.
Yeah.
Or the mayor.
Or the mayor. You or the mayor die tonight. But I feel like, assuming the mayor is real.
Yeah, I don't know.
At this point, he never went back and killed the mayor. He's leaving the mayor alive to final three.
I don't believe that.
No, that just confirms the mayor's good, though. The mayor's real. It's you always the mayor.
Too much
win.
confirmation. Yeah,
I do not trust Allie double claiming me.
I mean, the Ceranovus has to be Kieran, Allie, or Jeffy.
I mean, if Kieran's the mayor, then literally anyone can die tonight, right? But then if Kieran's the mayor and Kieran doesn't die tonight, then good almost certainly will just win by going for the mayor win, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
why. Yeah,
Unless
the mayor
they're-
should never be
So
allowed.
I think it's very, if Kieran's the real mayor, I think it's very unlikely that he wakes up alive tomorrow.
Why are you saying that as a good player? I mean,
In-
like, what's your incentive to push Steve to get the mayor killed tonight?
I'm not pushing Steve to do anything. I'm not in charge of what Steve does this game.
Yeah,
I'm trying to solve it, Denny, by by predicting the future. That's how we win.
Trust the mayor, then don't say anything.
Well, the thing is, like,
But
if you
Steve,
trust the mayor,
Steve knows what we know, like,
Yeah.
and we know Steve knows that.
Yeah.
I think you should give the storyteller more credit, Denny.
Steve,
Nominations.
Look, Steve's devastated, Denny. Apologise to him.
I'm so sorry. I hurt my friend.
He only ever says nominations when he's upset. We all know this.
Jeffy
Nominations are
nominates
open.
We need to Denny more.
This is why we
Jeffy
kill Denny on day
Kieran.
one usually.
Sorry, who's nominating?
Jeffy nominates Kieran.
Jeffy nominates Kieran. There we go. Tell us why, Jeffy.
I have done this every single day. I think that Kieran should be executed. There was one of the days that I was Sarah bad, so I got to push that. I do just think that Kieran is just straight up evil and should be killed. So that makes more sense in my world. Yeah.
Kieran?
Second verse, same as the first.
I'll keep it nice and short. No.
Alright.
Is
No defense.
is there a world where Kieran is a minion babysitting little monster?
Yeah.
There is a world.
Yeah. Could even be
Then let's do this now to spare ourselves the agony of losing to that tomorrow.
Reads the number.
No, we think
Sounding
Jeffy and
really
Allie-
evil.
Why are we letting Jeffy
is
get away with
crazy.
this again? Why would Kieran hold a baby when Kieran's been tunneled on since day one?
Every single
Because it's
day
a
I'm pretty
better-
sure
it's-
I've been nominated.
Because
Yeah,
it's
that's
a good
what I
thing.
think, actually.
I'm thinking what we talked about, Stu, by the way.
I
Three
think that
is
might
enough.
Be the evil team right there.
Kieran is
Certainly could
now
be.
on the block.
It's not.
Oh, so I'm not evil now? Yay!
I mean, you're
Yeah,
still
you might
evil.
not.
You're the only.
I am
evil
also
we have.
completely open to killing Jeffy if people would
nominate
prefer that as
Jeffy
well.
I think I'd rather kill Ben. Like,
Allie
yeah.
nominates
Yeah.
I gotta force
Jeffy.
him
Tell
to
us
know
why.
on Ben day one.
Okay,
Because I
thank you.
think it's pretty obvious that Jeffy's evil.
Jeffy
Yeah.
is evil. Yeah.
Jeffy?
I mean, I don't think it's obvious at all that I'm evil. I have not super hidden any of my information. And the reason why I think that I'm just straight up the drunk and trying to solve world. But if you'd rather kill me over Kieran, again, I think it's not a great idea to start killing people that are fine with it, but whatever.
I don't think you are fine with it. I think this is probably
Four is the number.
I'm gonna honor
So
that.
now I don't know.
I think this is a
I'm voting to
lift.
use Penny and Nina, so you don't have to.
It's a lift by all the people that put it on Kieran, though.
Rob,
And then me,
Like
like,
everyone who
4 is enough. Jeffy is now on the block.
Jeffy, can I just ask on your earlier comment of you don't like killing people who are fine with it? When I've been like every day, like, you can kill me. And then every day you're
That's why
like,
they
let's kill him.
flip
Let's
you.
kill him.
Final call for nominations.
But when
So
I
then
do
your
it,
logic-
it's us. But
your
when you
logic
do
of
it,
let's
it's
get rid of
perfectly
this
fine.
mayor problem now,
I'm
and
just
then
saying.
but then changing
I think
your
that-
mind and sticking it to Jeffy.
Because
Gonna
because
bring-
I think that the demon is either Kieran or Jeffy, and
Sure.
either of those is fine with me. And the last thing I want is for me to advocate for the death of one of them over the other, the game not end, and then you all kill me tomorrow, erroneously believing that I'm the demon.
Ben, why
You're
can't
gonna
it be
die
Alan?
anyway.
Bringing this day to a close.
Don't worry, Ben. I'll never.
I don't
vote
think
for
I
you.
am, honestly.
In
I think that
3,
Why,
I think
why can't it be Ali?
I think
2,
that either Kieran's going to die or Kieran's going to bounce to
1.
someone else.
Jeffy has been
I'm
executed and dies.
You just want where the Kieran's the demon, though.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, I'm so confused. I'm literally going from being the demon
Yeah.
to the
All right. We essentially are kind of forced to kill Kieran here. To sell the world, like to spare Ben, or we may or bounce it to Allie, but I don't think that's what we do. All right. Ben could secure a guaranteed win on Allie, right? So if he does that, maybe I kill Allie. Do we think that that's a good ending to the game, right? It's to kill. Do we if the mutants put in a position where they just lose the game, is that fun use, right? It doesn't, because Kieran could just not be the mayor, and the mutant. Okay, let's look at the night order. The mutant's here, right? So if Allie is not the mutant, sorry, if Kieran's not the mayor, the mutant could just be the next one. Oh, it skips over the king and the choir boy. Yeah. Oh, himself as the king. All right, thank you, Ben, for doing the fun thing. Shout outs, Ben. Yeah, we definitely killed Kieran here. Now, will they give the baby to someone else? Nope. Yep. This is the play we're kind of forced into. But it's also a very interesting end game. It's a very interesting end state. All right, no point in delaying this.
I would like to point out as well that in that world, McKay, in the world that's just been presented, I would already know that there was no.
Good morning, players. Kieran has died in the night.
Oh,
this is your final 3.
I mean, I have to Occam's razor and say that it's Allie. I just do, because based on, so if Denny is telling the truth, then it's Allie, and if I am not the drunk, then it's Allie. That's it.
Yeah, I went up to Ali the day that Ali broke madness and basically said, hypothetically, if I were a mutant at this point in time, I would break madness, etc., etc. And I suspect that what's happened there is Ali's just pounced on the opportunity to have a free bluff.
I've been absolutely fiddled by 2 evil. Thank you. That's great.
Okay.
I was not made Serenovus mad again. I was Serenovus mad yesterday, and then died.
What were you Serenovus mad as?
As the mutant. Yesterday, I tried to say it like 6 times, but everybody was talking over each other, so
I heard you, and I was confused by it. But I also assumed that it was something weird going on like that. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna vote for Allie at this point, mostly because Allie accused me of being evil, and I know I'm not. So,
I think we killed the Serenovus yesterday.
I think you might be right.
I think so too, and I'm not voting on Allie today. I don't think it's Allie.
I mean,
all right, players. This game has been going on a while. There is a script too that we do need to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and open nominations whenever the players are ready. Feel free.
Does anyone? What did you learn?
I learned king, which is not surprising at all because the storyteller's not going to tell me who to nominate on final 3.
Yep. Okay.
Also, I do want to remind Town, on like day 1 or 2, pardon me for not remembering, Ben for whatever reason self-nommed and was okay with being executed. He got like no votes. Hasn't done that since, and I think it's because at that point he didn't have the baby and he knew it would increase his social credit to Town. I think Ben is a much stronger demon candidate than Ali or McKay.
I can tell you why I did that if you like, Mataro. At the time, I was going around telling loads of people I was the steward. I think several people will remember me saying that to them on day 1, possibly into day 2. And so I was trying to sell that I was the steward because I really wanted to not be poisoned when I started getting my king information.
The conversations
the
I've had with Ben
now, which you still haven't shared?
I have shared all of my king information. I shared yesterday publicly in this town square what I got yesterday, and I've just shared what I got today, 10 seconds ago, Dave. I realize that you are desperate to build a world where I'm the demon here, but I am just the king, and I feel like I've been quite clearly spending the whole game trying to solve it. Just for clarity, because presumably you're not... I don't think you're evil and trying to lie here, so you probably genuinely don't know what I got. But yesterday I learned Serenovus, and today I learned king.
Okay.
Allie?
I think it's Allie.
Can I nominate McKay?
Allie nominates McKay. Tell us why.
I could be here with 2 evil and not know it, but I'm gonna go for McKay because I just think this is probably a better call than killing the king.
Okay.
This voting pattern, this nomination is actually making me more convinced it's Ben, and it sucks that I'm going to be the only living good after this, and I'm going to have to decide which one of them to nominate. That's what I got.
I'm quite happy to Dorito. If it'll make you feel better.
Yo, what?
I'll Dorito if it'll make you feel better.
Yeah, that would make me feel better.
2 votes needed.
Okay.
Oh, Kieran, I don't think this is a good idea. I think Kieran's good.
I don't think Kieran is the Ceranovus for sure.
Who
Unless
died in the
someone
night?
else is Ceramad.
Who died in the
I think
night?
it was Jeffy. If no one else is Ceramad.
Jeffy.
I can't.
1 is not enough. McKay is safe for the day.
Do you want to nominate me, McKay, or shall I nominate Ali?
God,
I'm
I
gonna be
personally am I think it's wild that Allie nominated me instead of Ben, because if Allie were the demon, I feel like Allie would have nominated Ben knowing that people would vote on it, when she pretty much knew no one was going to vote on me. So it sort of felt to me like that was putting me in a position. So Ben, nominate Allie.
Yeah. Okay, I nominate Ali.
Nominates Ali. Anything you want to add to that, Ben?
I just don't think that McKay is bluffing Choir Boy. Oh, can you just mute your microphone, please? Thank you. Yeah, I don't think that McKay is bluffing Choir Boy, and has just got lucky here, knowing that there is a king in play, but not knowing whether or not there was a Choir Boy in play. It has to be Ali from my perspective. And I mean, Ali has claimed mutant and then not been executed, so there's just no evidence that Ali is any of the things that Ali's claiming to be. So it just has to be Ali, process of elimination.
Ali?
Rana, I think I'm going to get pounded by 2 evil here, but you'll just lose. It's fine. You'll just get off my nose.
2 votes needed to put Ali on the block.
The fact that Ali's trying to sell both McKay and me as evil just seems weird.
In fact, I did not, actually.
Yeah, that's a bluff. That's an attempt to bluff it. That was an attempt to bluff it.
It's possible.
4 is enough. Ali is now on the block.
We have just been played.
So
McKay?
Actually,
my last line of thinking here,
being the first.
that I just want to say for
Makes it
legacy
even
or
more.
stream's sake, which is that I did propose the possibility that Ben could be Boffin King, in which case Boffin King could be holding the baby right now. And if
Not
that's,
if you're a choir boy.
I called it.
If I were Boffin King, I would bluff something other than King.
I mean,
I
just
wanna
Boffin
bluff-
King,
why
then
would
there
I-
isn't an actual king in play, meaning you're not the choir boy.
Yeah.
Oh, but Boffin King would be an actual king because that.
No, it wouldn't.
The ability in play.
That's not how that works.
Um,
No, that's not
I
how
mean-
that works.
McKay, it comes down to you. Would you like to nominate? If not, I'm going to bring this day to a close.
You said we were
It's
going to
entirely your call, McKay. You should do what you think is best.
fact
But
that
at
Jeffy
the end of the day,
3,
you are a choir boy, and I am the
voted
king.
Voted on that.
Okay, please.
2.
I'm afraid
One.
of what's going to happen.
please.
I nominate Ben.
Okay.
We just
McKay
lost.
nominates Ben. McKay, lay it out for us.
I am afraid that what's going to happen right now is that Evil is about to tie this, especially with Kieran and Denny's hands up. I'm probably not going to vote on this. I still personally think it's Ali, but I gave you all the option. I definitely am leaning toward Ali still, but that's what I got.
Oh, Grim reveals
Ben?
this
I'm the
one.
drunk. Unless I'm the drunk.
But
It's out.
why is Allie not voting on this when she's on the block?
Ben, your
Because
defense.
I'm not evil. We've
It is
lost already.
impossible for me to defend against the accusation. I am afraid evil are about to rise up and kill a good player. I think Ali is the person we should execute. I don't know what to say to that. At the end of the day, what's going to happen here is there's a couple of good players who genuinely think I'm the demon, and they're going to put their hands up. And then some evil players are going to mix it in there, and they're either going to force a tie or they're going to execute me, and the good team will lose. But ultimately, you got to do what you got to do, right? We made it to final 3, so that's I suppose that was it. But
I'll
I
break
think
a tie.
I think we're about
Not
to go down
like
here.
a tie.
Denny, I
There
really
is
think
4
We
votes
have-
will tie.
We
Ali,
need
if
all
you know
5
you're not-
players.
Takes
Denny,
5 to
I
put Ben on the block.
think Ben is good, Denny. I
He's
really do.
not good. I do not think so.
Because
Kieran, we
if
need your vote.
Allie, if you know you
I-
We are about
I
to
just
lose.
can't. I just can't.
No, I don't think
I
we
think
are.
I think we're past
Ma
it.
Rocco.
I think McKay was the demon.
2 is
Rocco.
not enough. Ben is safe for the day. Ali is brought to the center of town, executed, and dies And congratulations, all hail the king, for evil has won this game.
My reign of evil has only just begun.
Ben is indeed your Sarah Novus, holding the baby, the little monster, self-mad about being the king on this final day. That leaves Allie as your mutant, and McKay as the choir boy is actually just the drunk. There was no king in play. We are sorry, McKay. It was a positive world. Ben's evil team, of course, is surprise, Jeffy, your Zon. Yes, there was a Zon. Combined with Rocco, your poisoner.
I knew it.
Motaro, the seamstress, checked Rocco, and Dave, the night you were poisoned by Rocco. So that's why you got a good Motaro. Dave was your fortune teller who got a no between Ben and Rob, I think it was.
Yep.
Your starting artist who died before he was able to use his ability. Chat's going, does Rob know he's going to die tonight? And I had to explain, you don't always know who's going to die that night, especially with so many factors into it, right? But Rocco started holding the baby. Jeffy held it at one point, and then it switched to Ben. So all three evils actually held it at some point during the game, which does leave, of course, on the first night, your lycanthrope did pick the fortune teller, which is why Dave died. On night 2, Denny Boy picked... Oh, I guess technically it would have been night 3, right? Denny Boy picked Rocco, who was evil, but also there was a Zon 3 in play, so that nullified the lycanthrope pick anyways. Which killed the next living townsfolk in play, which was the artist. And then when you picked Allie, you were also poisoned by Rocco, which is why it didn't go through. And then you were the next player on the list, so it killed you. The mayor being left alive did allow us some leniency, but guess what? We never mayor bounced it once. All we had to do on the final day was kill the mayor going into the final day, because there was only way to explain why a king and a choir boy were still alive. Nina the Pixie, double mad. Them's the break sometimes. And Becca the Recluse, who did the thing and got executed early so that she couldn't be used to frame herself later on. That is Trained Killer. There was some crazy shenanigans going on. Evil pulled it out in the end. Oh my god, guys. Such a close game.
That was a fun game. That was a very fun game.
That was fun. That was really good.
Sarah Novus.
Ben, you are very good at looking genuinely confused.
I told y'all. Jeffy
Just the way my face looks, honestly.
For me, I think
It's been a terrible thing right up until I started playing this game, and then all of a sudden I've come into my own with my confused face.
Allie nominating me was the thing that made me think that it was Allie, because I was like, why would you nominate me and not Ben? It was, I don't know, I was confused.
When Ben took it off of Kieran and wanted to nominate Jeffy, that's when I thought Ben was evil.
Jeffy
Ben,
Wood.
you played a blinder. Good job.
I mean, there were so many execution, like evil madness breaks we could have executed. Jeffy broke madness at one point and wanted to be executed. Allie broke it. Nina broke. Like, everyone has been breaking, but it ended up causing more chaos to not actually kill any of them. I think.
I was like, how was that not a break? He's like, oh, it was. I was like, damn it.
For our prediction, it was evenly split, kind of 51% good, 49% evil. So very, very close. But guess what? Evil pulled it off. So congratulations to those who bet on the evil team.
How is any team with Rocco and Ben in a team the underdog there? Like, I don't see how.
Oh, by the way, Matara, you nominated Rocco and said we should just take care of him now if he's evil. He was holding the baby, so that would have been the game.
That was Dave.
Was that Dave? Okay, sorry, that was Dave. But it would have been the game right there.
Because I was holding the baby day one.
Wow.
All right, so that's been Trained Killer. I hope you guys had fun playing it. Chad, I hope you guys had fun watching it. We're going to go ahead, go to break setup for game 2. We're going to do one day more, but I'm going to run a video that shows how to vote and what's going on with the World Cup in case you got dropped in here and you have no idea what's going on. Like, maybe you came over from the raid from Dwight Moore and you're like, what's the World Cup? I'm about to show you. So hang tight. We'll be back in about 5 minutes for game 2. Don't go anywhere.
My information was...
Hey everyone, I'm Evil Steve, and welcome to the Blood on the Clocktower Script World Cup 2025. What we have coming up over the next few months is a big flurry where the top 16 scripts submitted to the competition are facing off in a one-on-one matchups in the group stage before moving on to a playoffs and ultimately crowning a single winner. But there's a lot going on, and I want to just walk you through some of the features and some of the schedule so you understand what's going on and how to participate. So, Now, when you log into the Blood in the Clocktower app, at the very bottom, you're going to see here, it says, check out the script World Cup. If you click this, it's just going to take you to the schedule. And we can see all of the events that are upcoming or still have the votes open. So, for instance, if I was to look at Saturday, March 22nd at 1 p.m., and it should route the time to your local time, you click on this and you can see Group C match, Saturday, March 22nd, 1 p.m., live at the Grimoire. And we have Stowed Away versus Off to See the Wizard. It gives you an overview of the scripts, this cool art. You get the little blurb about the Djinn rule, a link to the script, all of that good stuff. If you want to watch the VOD, just click on this. It'll take you right to the Twitch channel that's hosting the event. It allows you to tune in when it's time to watch that stream. You can see there are a lot of communities participating, including the Grimoire, Noobs on a Goof Tower, Grim Scenarios, Patters. We're all running scripts so you can tune in at time, including the Pandemonium Institute. So you can scroll all the way up and see all of the group stage matches, or go back and see the ones that are coming up soon. So once you've watched one of these scripts, the question is, how do you vote? Because voting is very important. You as the viewer are choosing who wins each of these matchups. So once a game has taken place, for instance, we saw Council of the Dead versus the Djinn's Bargain, you can go in here and see the two options, right? So if I was to pick one and I click it, you can see it chooses one and grays out the other. You can change your vote as much as you want or undo your vote if you so choose, up until it locks. Votes lock 5 days after the start of the stream. So you have exactly 5 days to watch the VOD, play your own versions of that script, and vote. Once you voted back on the main page, you'll see I now got the I voted sticker here, which means my vote is currently marked. And then once the voting closes, it'll be marked completely in as you voted. Okay, so you can also go to any of these open events. For instance, Council of the Dead versus the Djinn's Bargain. We'll say I haven't figured out who I want to vote for. But I have to watch the stream, right? So I can click this button here. It'll take me not just to the stream, but since it already happened, it'll take me directly to the VOD, and I can catch the entire games right there. Once I'm done, I can come back here, mark my vote, whatever it is, and it'll mark me as voted. So it's just a way for you to jump right into the action and watch any of the VOD from this stream. All right. Let's say you want to take it a step further. You've watched the streams, you've voted, but you want to test them yourself. You want to play with your friends. Well, they make it really easy. So if you go to the app and you start a game, just like a normal game you do, just like any other time, when you go to load the script version, you'll see at the bottom, there's a button for World Cup scripts. When you click this, you're going to see all 16 of the scripts available, embedded within the app, ready to go. So for instance, if I want to run Binary Supernovae, I click it. The script's now loaded. JSON's loaded. Artwork is set. Even the Djinn rule is very apparent here at the top. And you're ready to start a game with your friends and do whatever you want. And if you're feeling a little spicy, there's also the random option up here. So if you click random, take a random script. I got Witch Hunt. Go play it. Have a lot of fun with your friends. All right, you should now have everything you need to know to get started enjoying the Script World Cup 2025. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. We're here to help. Enjoy. All right, welcome everyone to Game 2 of World Cup Saturday. We are doing Train Killer versus One Day More here at the Grim. I will be your storyteller for Game 2 as well, Evil Steve, and we are jumping in to Game 2. We are playing One Day More. So One Day More has had a single change since it was last seen. That change is that the Zon has been removed. So in the previous version of the script, there was a 5th minion in the Zon, and now there's not. So we are down to just the 4 minions, and that's the very simple. That's the only change made from round 1 to round 2. Now let's talk about the Djinn rule here. The Djinn rule is signal failure. There is a 24-hour delay impacting all characters with abilities that know or learn information. So what that means is information is generated at the normal time. So there will be like a chef number generated on night 1, but a chef wouldn't learn that number until night 2. So there's a 24-hour delay whenever you learn something or know something. So a little bit of distinction is kind of important to make. Like I said, the start knowing character wouldn't get their information tonight. A savant who visits the storyteller to learn their information wouldn't receive that information until day 2 as well. So a savant says, I would like my information. I say, okay, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. You don't get your savant information until day 2 when you come to get it. So if you're a savant and you're not going to get the information, you still have to come get it. Otherwise, information is never generated. So we can think about this in 2 steps. Information is generated on one day or one moment. They're communicated 24 hours later on the next day. But any information you generate or you get would be true when it was generated. As an example, a fortune teller picks a good player and a mutant on night 1. The next night, the mutant has now become the Fangu. The fortune teller still gets a no because at the time the pick was made, it was a no. Even though they are the demon now, it wasn't true at the time the pick was made. So the information isn't applicable to the moment now. It's applicable to when it was generated 24 hours ago. The only other very important thing to note, characters who die do not receive their information. So a chef that dies on day 1 isn't getting their number day 2. And information is also droizen the night it's delivered, not the night it's generated. So a chef who's poisoned on night 1, but sober on night 2 will get correct information. But a sober chef on night 1, who's then droizened on night 2, would get incorrect information because it's poisoned at the moment it was generated. It is also very important to note this only affects knowing and learning keywords. So an artist gets their information right away because their ability does not say either one of those 2 things. A widow would still see the Grim on night 1, but a good player knowing that a widow's in play is delayed by a day. And last caveat here, a night watchman who is sober when they use their ability, means the ping goes out, but poisoned on the second night when a player would receive it, I can generate a ping or not generate a ping or deliver a ping with incorrect information because it's poisoned when it's delivered. And the night watchman would be poisoned, so it would affect another player learning the wrong night watchman ping. All right, that was a lot to drop on you. Maybe I answered some of your questions. Rob, you've had your hand up for quite a minute. What's up?
Yeah, my question was, is there a good way to think about this? Like you're the mailman and when the information is generated, you send a letter to us and it takes a day to get there. And therefore, no matter what happens to you after that letter is sent, you still get, the mail still arrives, right? But the problem is what you just said about the night watchman wouldn't hold true then, right?
The night watchman ping would go out and then, yeah, I guess it would be poisoned. So in that case, the letter would be tampered with, even though it's already been sent out. The night watchman does kind of break your metaphor a bit, but it is a good way to think of it, right? The 24-hour transmission.
Else works because you also kind of contradicted yourself because you said that if someone was poisoned the night, so it's, you said it 2 different ways in there. So just to be clear, it's only if you're poisoned when the information is being delivered, or it's only when the information is going out?
When the information generates.
The information, if you're poisoned when you're getting information, that information you're getting will be poisoned.
Oh, so if I'm poisoned, I still don't understand.
We broke McKay's brain. Let's just say you're the chef, right?
You said it both ways, and I'm still a little lost.
I don't think I did, but you might have heard it. So let's clarify, right? Let's just say you're the chef. Night 1, I would generate a number that I would give you, but I don't give it to you. Night 2, you're poisoned by like a poisoner or something. I can then give you an incorrect number because even though it was true when it was generated, it's false the night you're receiving your information because you're poisoned that day.
You also said that if you're poisoned on night 1,
if you were poisoned on night 1 as the chef, and then sober night 2, your information would be 100% sober and correct.
Okay, cool. So it's the opposite of what Rob said.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Is it the opposite? I guess. Yeah, I guess so. The information is more important when you receive the information and not generate it. So you can think of the mailman being the poisoner and maybe tampering with your information more so than you being poisoned when you generate. Yeah.
That helps. Yep.
That's fair. That's a good way to think of it. Yep. Same metaphor, different angle.
Yeah.
Rob, you got another question?
No, it's just leftover.
Becca?
And so I'm just confirming that this only is affecting like info roles. So like, for example, if you're Sarah Novus mad, you're going to know that immediately. That wouldn't be something that would be like delayed.
Correct. So the Sarah Knows doesn't say like learn or know. So that information would be communicated instantly.
Correct. Thank you.
Same thing with minions knowing if a damsel's in play?
No, the damsel ability says evil minions know you're in play. That does use the keyword know, so that would have a 24-hour delay in being communicated to the minions.
Yeah, Nina.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Times minion and is Nina's damsel.
Yeah, chat. Basically, the Night Watchman is the one that kind of sticks out a little different from the rest because it's kind of spread over 2 nights, but all the rest is fairly straightforward. So I'm gonna go. I guess just to be clear, right? Like if you're a general and you receive like a who's winning ping, it would have been what I thought 24 hours ago, not what's happening currently. So all the information is generated and then delivered on a 24-hour delay.
But again, you would be poisoned. The information could be incorrect if you were poisoned on the day you get the information, not the day that it was generated.
Correct.
A minion could theoretically still guess day 1, though, right? They don't have to know that a damsel is in play prior to guessing.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go set up a Grim. You guys hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, so this is an example of a Djinn rule that from a player's perspective is fairly straightforward, but it's really on the storyteller to kind of track that information with the 24-hour delay, right? So I've run this in a practice game. What I did for my system is anytime a person would get an information, I would generate it right then and there and just put it on a custom reminder and then send that information the next night and then get their picks. Now, that works. In that world, I would always generate the information as if it's sober and healthy, but before I deliver it, I would need to validate that they're not poisoned before I send it, right? But I will always generate real information that's true at the moment, and then it's only when I communicate it that I will figure out if they're poisoned or not. All right. This is one that I think is easier to run online than in person, because in person you need the notepad, and online you can just use the reminder tokens. All right. Again, World Cup rules, shuffle with 5 substitutions. Let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another little monster game. We got Poisoner, Witch, Little Monster, Damsel Mutant, and then our 7 townsfolk. So, first substitution, I got to swap out the Little Monster for a minion. I feel like I am interested in possibly doing a Widow here in place of a Sarah Novus. We just saw Sarah Novus poison in the last one. Let's just mix it up a bit and do a Widow. That is double poisoning, but evil. Like this script has a lot. It's like S&V. There's a lot of very powerful information for town. And then the question is, how is it, like, how can evil counter it? There's no Vortox. There is this 24-hour delay and the poisoning and such. So that's one substitution. I really like this town. Other than the singular village idiot feels rough, but there is a widow they could target. It is delayed by 24 hours. Yeah. I'm more wondering, like, in Trouble Brewing, a lot of the information is obscured by the red herring and the recluse and the poisoner and the spy. In this case, it's obscured by the 24-hour delay in transmission of information and the ability for evil to, like, kill people before they react to that, right? Maybe I just run it like this. They got a savant. The savant's the savant's the hardest one. We got to generate information, and then delay it by a 24-hour thing. That's the hardest, right? The other thing too is with the widowed damsel, I am almost tempted to take the damsel out, and I guess add in the recluse, because widowed damsel, the damsel won't be active anyways, which might be another reason to go for. You know what? And I'm just gonna go with the Serenovus then, in place of the widow. That'll be my swap. Little monster for Serenovus instead of widow. The other thing is, there's been a lot of damsel guesses in the World Cup, so maybe I do it the other way. It's one swap either way, right? I guess it's two swaps if I do the damsel out. And if we're doing widow, we don't want to do a puzzle mouse. So do mutant recluse. Yeah, here we go. That's our swaps. Really challenging myself with a savant here. The other option is I could swap Lil Monster for like an imp. We just saw a Lil Monster game. It puts less stress on us. The damsel goes back in. Fengu also works. Well, let's do this. Let's do imp, witch, poisoner, damsel, mutant, and we'll do this. We'll just run it like this. This is almost no swaps. Actually, if I do this, it's one swap, low monster for imp. So we are adhering to the random act of the universe. All right, let's do that. All right, I'm gonna pass these out. This is the. No, it's fine. We're gonna pass it out. All right, Rocco as the imp, Dave B as the witch, and Allie as the poison. These are the people that always draw evil. This might just be a short game after all. Just in a meta sense, right? So yeah, we'll give Sage. We'll give Philosopher. Give Library. Rocco can star pass at least, right? We do need a red herring. In theory, mutants are killed for Fengu reasons, so we put it on Denny Boy. Ben is the damsel. Nice. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this should be good.
Looking into it.
No, you never. I'm looking at it right now.
All right, players, you should now have your rolls. And somebody's got a truck backing into their house, it seems like.
Rob, just keep yourself muted.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Ugh, Danny, stop me.
It could be Rob being pinged in for surgery, though. Let's just send this real quick. Steve, for your info, Rob is the mutant. Steve, by the way, is Rob's shadow. Rob is on call for a potential surgery. So if he has to take over, Steve will jump in his spot. All right. Wake our minions. These are your minions. This is the demon. This evil seems a little too stacked. That's the problem. Wake Rocco. See, these are your minions. These characters are not in play. All right. The night 1 poison is almost, I don't want to say meaningless, but less impactful. Really, you want to hit like an artist, and that's essentially it. The thing is, it's just like these are the people that everyone always suspects of being evil, right? Denny Boy. Perfect. Denny Boy being the dreamer. Okay. Both minions picked Denny Boy, so that's our savant information. Maybe. Okay. So the damsel ping, what I'm going to do, damsel ping will go out tomorrow, so I'm going to write it here. Nina the chef learns a 0, so I will make the note here. McKay, let's get McKay in here. Hey, McKay.
Can't wait to be a village idiot this game.
Go ahead and pick 2 players.
I pick my neighbors. Who are my neighbors? Wait, let me look at who my neighbors are. That's Motaro and Nino.
All right, perfect. You'll find out tomorrow.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Can't wait to see how that comes out.
Enjoy.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so that's going to be a no. I will run. I'm going to run real quick. I'm going to run okay. Who ends up as demon? I'm going to put Rocco, Dave, Allie, and just for fun, because it's technically possible. Oh no, we don't have a recluse. Yeah, just those 3. Dave, Rocco, Dave, and Allie. Who's any demon at the end of this game? Let me know. And then I will change the Djinn rule that's pinned. Thank you for the reminder. Pin till the end of stream. Perfect. There we go. Motaro gets a pick. And what do we think looking at this? Oh, wait. Dreamer gets to go too, right? Motaro picks Rob. Rob being the mutant. He will learn good tomorrow. McKay. Got it. So Rob picks McKay, so we're gonna mark fortune teller, or something like witch seems good. But we can always change the wrong half tomorrow. All right, what would we give a general right now? They're doubling up on minions. There's a damsel in play that evil doesn't know about. Good has narrowed down who the demon isn't, and Village Idiot has good. So there's a lot of strong information coming in. In this moment, I would say good, slightly winning. And now we need savant information. Technically, I don't have to generate the savant information until I see what's going on in the day. But when she comes to me, that's when I have to generate it. All right.
It's almost like this is my job. Almost.
Ooh, I just found my Grimoire pin. I'm going to put that on since I have no other good time to wear it.
I have 2 of them, and I don't know where either is.
Players, if you think you should have gotten information from me and you didn't, you're playing the wrong script because we're playing One Day More by Robe. This includes signal failure because you will have a 24-hour delay on all information being communicated to you. So because there's not a lot of information in town, I'm going to put the timer at 3 minutes and let you guys introduce yourselves. Good luck.
Ben.
wins!
I
Yay,
think-
McKay!
Who won?
What did you say, yay, McKay?
McKay won.
Oh,
I
thought it
won.
was-
Oh,
You won.
Oh,
Who wants to
Time.
talk to me in the potion shop?
I will come. I didn't get to talk to you last time.
Outsider.
okay, which one?
Which outsider?
Yeah.
The Puzzle Master.
Okay, I'll put you down as Puzzle Master.
How's your info sounding? Is it drunk?
I don't know yet. Taro.
You passed. I was testing you.
Okay,
All right.
gotcha.
Thank you.
Going to tell this too.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right, I am the savant.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. You know, you were my first question. I'll trust you here. I'm this game's general, so
Ooh, okay.
I'm actually really excited to be the general. I've never been the general before.
Woo!
I bluffed it like 3 times, but I've never been the general. So
All right,
I'm gonna learn maybe nothing. We'll see.
sounds good. All right,
All right. Thanks, Becca.
bye. Hey Steve, can I have my 24 hours late savant info that you can't give me?
You like your Savant information?
Yeah.
All right, here it goes, Becca. Transmission signal failure. Please check back in 24 hours.
All right, thank you.
Enjoy.
So,
Denny normally nominates day once. That works.
yep. All right, later.
Well, I am 100%.
Oh, just heads up, Steve. I'm going High Priestess and then bluffing back on Philosopher if need be.
Okay.
All right, later.
Okay. Well,
I meant, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, you could be the drunk village idiot.
Okay. I'll put you. I'll put you down as chef. No problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Philosopher if need be. You're left with Sage.
Philosopher.
In what you do when I go first, and it's don't say anything for 3 days. So
Okay, fair enough.
You've got-
I'm a village idiot.
you're a village idiot. Fantastic. And what did you learn last night?
I didn't learn anything yet because all information is delayed 24 hours.
Good stuff. I thought I might catch you out there. Never mind. I'm
Everyone's
the chef.
catching on.
Ooh, oh, yeah, you didn't get anything yet because it's delayed
is right.
24 hours. What a mess. Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow, I guess.
All right. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Live. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm the master of puzzles.
Okay, cool. I am the damsel.
Oh, are you for real?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bold move, Becca.
So I gotta bluff it.
That does not spell any words.
It does not this time.
Okay. We got to go, but Kieran and Rocco, you want to say anything?
I want to talk to Jeffy tomorrow and see what she says. All right, bye.
Kieran?
General or High Priestess?
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to town. I mean, there's not a lot of information, but I will remind everyone that Blood in the Clocktower is a social deduction game, and socials are as important as mechanics. So if you'd like to execute people on vibes, let's do it.
Got the wrong hand. But I just wanted to say, obviously, we will have to probably get to a point where we don't execute someone. Potentially today would just be the best day because then the demon kills one person and then everyone else gets their information. I'm a big believer that people should get information at least once in this game, so that's what I would like.
Unless you're the damsel. If you're the damsel, say it now so the huntsman.
I'm damsel.
Come on. This is your opportunity. Oh, wait, no, because the evil can still guess you. Damn it.
There's no huntsman.
But the evil doesn't know if there actually is a damsel yet or not.
That's true. I'm the
I
damsel.
claim minion and guess McKay as damsel.
Fair enough.
Ben claims minion and picks McKay as damsel. The game goes on.
Rob claims minion and picks Nina as damsel.
Rob claims minion and picks Nina as damsel. The game goes on.
You must not be a minion.
No, Nina, you're just not the damsel.
Yes,
That
I
is
am.
a good test, Nina.
You always claim it.
I know, and I've been right a couple times.
Sometimes.
Everyone once in a while, Nina's actually correct on this one.
Final call for nominations. Are we just gonna all chill and just be friends?
Jeffy nominates McKay.
Jeffy nominates McKay. Tell us why.
McKay won the contest, so I have to nominate McKay. We
no,
do
that's-
have things on script that there should at least be some noms, even if we don't want to kill anybody. Yeah, so I don't really care if we push into this, but I think we should do some of those things.
No need to vote though. Only nominate.
Correct.
McKay, any other defense?
Please don't kill me. I haven't gotten any information yet.
6 is the number. I need
I
to
feel
start
like we're
writing
gonna be
down
hearing that a
who
lot
people picked in their
this
info,
weekend.
because that's very
I'm
important.
gonna let randomness decide if I vote for
Like
you,
for a
okay?
VI.
Nice. Randomness is on my side.
2 is not enough. McKay is safe.
I'll
I
nominate myself.
Jeffy.
Ben nominates Ben. Tell us why.
I want the town crier to learn that I am not a minion.
Fair.
6 is the number.
You're the demon.
All right, now we need a minion to nominate next.
I will not
know
be
that's
letting
what
randomness
nominate now.
decide if I vote for myself.
Does any minions want to nominate and dilute the pool?
4 is not enough. Ben is safe.
But you weren't going to.
I'm content with 2.
I think 2's great.
2 is great for me personally.
Yeah.
Let's just sleep. Shoot.
I think we could have one more.
I'll do it.
A quarter of the town.
Rob nominates Jeffy.
Rob nominates Jeffy. Tell us why.
Jeffy was evil last game, and it's one more day, so therefore she must be evil this game for just the first day.
Jeffy.
Totally accurate, but I'll be good tomorrow, so we should probably keep me alive long enough to switch over.
I mean, that's fair.
6 is the number.
Haven't gotten any information yet.
Oh, I got lots of information already. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, so you're the demon then.
0
Shit,
is
I
still
wish I
not
voted.
enough.
So you're
Final
the widow.
call.
That's what you're telling us.
If there's a witch in play, is that immediate or is that also delayed by a day?
That's delayed.
No,
The witch
No,
would
it's not
happen.
delayed
Yeah,
because the witch does
widow
not
is
learn
delayed.
or know.
All right. So
What's the player who? Oh no, not the witch. I meant the widow.
Widow. Yeah, widow ping is
Widow
delayed because it says the word no.
Okay, so we
Bring
still
this
have to worry
day
about.
to a close in 3, 2, 1. Nobody is executed. Nobody dies in this social deduction game. Good night, everyone.
I wonder if there is a witch.
All right, let's back. So the pick here is really key. That's not the right thing I want to send. So the witch, the poison here is going to be very key. So Allie had the whole day to suss out what she could. What's she going to pick? Jeffy. Well, Jeffy's not receiving any information today, so won't actually matter. Dave's going to keep it on Denny Boy, which is good. So this is what I came up with for the Savant information yesterday. The Dreamer picked an evil player, and it was on McKay. Or one of your neighbors is witch cursed, which is genuinely funny and weird and something I would give in a regular game. But now it's true again. It's actually pretty interesting. Rocco kills Becca. Well, never mind. Doesn't matter. Rocco, you are my savior. I don't have to deal with Savant this game. I will then send out the pings. Wake. The character Damsel is in play. Then we will do the start knowing. Nina's going to start knowing a 0. That's true. Damsel ping goes out. Becca telegraphed it, right? She's the only one that came and talked to me like that. I'm going to wake McKay and say no. Then I'm going to wake McKay and say make a choice. I still think Fortune Teller Witch is the best. So wake character is fortune teller witch. Make a choice. McKay picks Rob and Dave B. So we got a Rob, Dave B, no. Okay. Easy. Denny Boy picks Kieran. So we're going to do Kieran. Okay, wait. Kieran is the general. So we're going to say for Denny Boy, we're going to put Kieran, general, boys. Let's give Fangu. All right, Jeffy generates a correct no, even though she's poisoned. Kieran is going to learn a good slightly winning. Hey, Kieran. So I know. Sorry, I'm muted. Sorry. So I know this information was supposed to reach you yesterday. I'm sorry it was delayed by 24 hours. But honestly, I think good slightly winning.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Now I think it's probably more neutral. The Savant kill was huge. There's still a fortune teller, no. There's let's get Motaro's pick before I decide. If Motaro hits it hits an evil, I might change my mind. Oh my god, he hit the demon. Hey Motaro, I did it in the wrong order. I should have. I've been generally sending people their info before I asked for it, and I didn't send you. So just to be clear, yesterday, your information from yesterday is good.
Information from yesterday is good. Okay, so.
And then today you're picking Rocco.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's really so Rocco, evil. Okay, that is really bad. So guess what? The general is gonna learn good winning solidly. Yeah, Rocco has one. Because the poisoner could poison Motaro tomorrow. So good has 2 out. Evil has 2 outs. Killing Motaro or poisoning Motaro tomorrow. And that's it. That's all the information.
Do we?
Oh yeah.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff. Probably is knowing who died delayed by 24 hours just in the game sense. Anyway, Becca died in the night, but we probably didn't notice for 24 hours. So Becca was dead like a zombie yesterday or something. I don't know. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what you were, Becca?
Potion shop.
That's right.
Savant, that's rough. Did anyone get a widow ping last night? Because Savant is a good kill for the evils.
Well, Widow wouldn't have even seen the Grim until just last night, right?
No, they
No,
see
the
it.
Widow would
ping
see the
doesn't go
Grim,
out.
the ping wouldn't go out.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
that is correct.
Widow says, Widow says.
The Widow doesn't know or learn. They look.
They look.
It's important to.
Yeah, miss, I agree. Like, whatever it is in this state without the poison, I'm more worried about Motaro getting poisoned tomorrow, not the general, right? But yeah. Right now, as it is, good is for sure running away with this.
Okay, I don't mind. I'm
Go for
the
it.
general. Last night, I learned that for night 1, good is slightly winning.
Okay, that's about standard, I think.
Yeah.
I'm the chef. I learned my number last night.
Oh, nice. Do you feel comfortable with the number, or do you feel like it may have been tampered with?
It's not an outlandish number, so yeah, seems fine. I'm willing to believe it for now.
Okay, so we need to be on the hunt for a recluse in case you've got anything more than a 0, just in case.
I will say I did not receive a 0.
Ooh, that's spicy. Okay.
Depending on what you're feeling.
I am the VI. Apparently, I'm one of 2.
Okay. Are you willing to share your name?
Yeah, I got a good on Rob.
Okay, that's still good to know.
The mutant
Certainly.
Ben.
Yeah, he's apparently a start knowing role.
We'll cover
is
in a second.
the double claim. I'll look into that later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm this game's general.
Okay.
Last night I received slightly good, which that makes sense. That's standard. So.
Okay, slightly good. Got it. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Mataro.
So Ben the damsel is claiming chef. Nina is a chef, and Rob the mutant is also claiming chef.
I will tell you, I'm
A
the
lot of
general.
chefs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good
I
luck.
don't think it's going to be much use for now, but yeah.
Yep. Well, it'll be. We want you to live for.
So I have a village idiot down as your token. Is that correct?
Yeah, a lot of culinary arts in the ranks for buff.
Yeah, I think I told you that yesterday. Yeah, I'm the village idiot. I picked you and I got a good. Picked you night 1, night 2 info. I got a good on you.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's helpful. I'm the high priestess.
Rob's changed his mind.
Okay. Were you? Well, I can't ask you that. Were you always the high priestess?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Okay. Oh man. All right. Well, this is actually making more sense now. Okay. I will make a note that you are now the high priestess. Good for you. Thank you.
No, I always was the high priestess. All right,
sorry. You always was. Thank you.
Yeah.
Our village idiot.
McKay told me fortune teller.
Oh,
Either way, McKay'd be good poison target as well.
true. Okay, right. Thank you.
All right, later.
Who did you pick? Oh. Yeah, who did you pick? Night 1. And what did you learn night 2?
I learned a good on someone. That's what I'm gonna say, and I trust that person now because I learned good on them. So that's what I got.
Okay, fair enough. That is.
I'm gonna say I learned good on a village idiot. So that's what I got. That's what I got. So and if no more village idiots come forward, that means they're definitely good to me. Does that make sense? Because if they're the only other village idiot, then either they actually are a village idiot, so they're telling the truth, or they're evil.
I thought that was funny.
Welcome back, everyone. You're good.
Yeah, I'm just going to come out and say it. According to Rocco, Denny is claiming to be the same character that Kieran told me they were.
Yeah, I've got that too.
Correct.
And
are you two both comfortable with that?
Yep.
Okay.
And Jack, you want to talk about the other issue?
Yeah, Denny is also the only person that I hard claimed to yesterday if we don't have a widow.
Would anyone like to tell us we have a widow? No? Okay.
Someone said there was another double claim, but I forgot it now.
I mean, I will point out that this script has a Serenovus and a damsel on it, so...
And a mutant.
Yeah.
And a mutant, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah, I think...
on double claims just yet.
Yeah, someone backed off the double claim today and is saying that they're always the role that they're claiming today, so I think they're certain that.
What did you say, Mataro? You're like breaking up.
I heard Mataro just fine. Refresh.
Yeah, I heard him fine.
Oh, okay.
He was breaking up for me too.
Weird.
He basically said that somebody is likely Sarah Mad today.
Somebody who was in one of the double claims
Yeah,
is
Sarah
claiming
Mad
that
today.
they were a different role and that they've been that different role the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a Saramad thing, Taro.
Stay out of camera.
I mean, if we don't have a widow, then we probably the chances of having a Serenovus are pretty high.
That's fair.
Especially, well, if it's a little monster, that's rough.
Any nominations for today?
Denny. Jeffy nominates
Jeffy nominates Denny. Tell us why.
There is clearly not a witch in play because I would have been witch cursed if not day 1, day 2. If Denny is in a double claim, I'm not super worried about the double claim. But if Denny was the only one that knew Becca was the savant and Becca is dead, I think this is a good place to go because we already skipped one.
Denny boy.
Becca is right. I was the only one who was told Becca's role, and then Becca died at night. I kind of tried to plead my case to Becca there after she died. Whether she and as a result everyone else believes that's up for you all to decide. We almost certainly probably have an eagle ping somewhere. So like if you legitimately think I'm evil, that's fine, but I don't think this is beneficial to town. I think this hurts town significantly.
All right. 6 votes needed to put Denny Boy on the block.
Seemed like a genuine defense, to be honest.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
This is about to be exciting because my laptop is no
High
longer
five,
charging
Ben.
at all.
So
2 is not enough, Denny Boy. You're safe for the day.
if there was a town crier, yesterday's voting, the town crier would find that information out tonight, correct?
Yeah.
You
And
should
it
get
was
the damsel out of the
myself,
way.
and who else nominated besides myself?
Jeffy, Ben, Rob.
Jeffy, Ben, Rob. Okay.
Kieran, your hand's up.
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Jeffy, please.
Kieran nominates Jeffy. Tell us why.
I promised you I would, and that is all I can offer you. And also Town Cry check.
Jeffy?
I appreciate the honesty and the dedication. I expect to be nommed every single day now, Kieran. I don't think this is a good kill for town, but what if?
6 is the number.
Sorry, have we heard anything from a town crier?
They wouldn't have any
They wouldn't
information
have
yet.
info yet.
But nobody's claiming it, right?
Yeah, because they would have
Oh, good point.
just
not enough.
last night generated info.
I have actually heard of a town crier.
Okay.
But if they have info, they're lying.
Nina?
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm helping out with the town crier information. I am the damsel. You should kill me today.
Rocco nominates Nina.
Rocco nominates Nina. Tell us more.
Get it out of the way.
Nina?
I am the damsel. You should kill me.
6 is the number.
So
I think this is Saranova's madness.
Probably.
No, this is just Nina.
yeah,
6
I
is
always try
enough.
playing damsel.
Nina's now on the block.
You know,
There was probably some other role that didn't mind dying.
No, I'm just the damsel.
Okay.
Final call. Gonna bring this day to a close.
Denny Boy nominates no one. Never mind. Sorry.
3, 2,
That's funny.
1.
I'll nominate Dave.
Ben nominates Dave. Nope, wait. That's the wrong button. Oh, there we go. It's hard to nominate neighbors in this game. Ben, tell us why.
Dave, do you mind if I out what you're claiming to be?
Sure.
Dave's claiming to be a
no.
librarian
No.
and asking people if they're an outsider, and it just sounds a bit like possibly a minion fishing for a damsel.
I've asked one person if they're an outsider, and that was you.
Thing is, yeah.
Did
But if
anybody
you
else say that I've asked if they're an outsider?
No,
But if you were-
claimed us.
yeah, I don't know. It just felt a bit off to me.
I'm spent. I'm happy to die. That's fine.
All right, 7 is the number.
I was trying not to share who my pings were.
But you just did.
I shared it to you. Outed that you were basically my ping. You outed it.
Yeah, but if you really thought I was your ping,
One's
you
not
wouldn't have
enough.
just said that.
I'm sorry.
You
Who
should probably
nominated
kill someone.
Nina? I'm so sorry.
I did.
Rocco
Thank
did.
you, Rocco.
Rocco did.
Oh, we've
Jeffy
got Nina on
nominated
the block.
Jenny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Jeffy.
Bringing this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Nina is executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
Denny, did
Oh my gosh, so close. The Denny Boy fake out from like, I nominate no one. Oh, that would have been an awesome moment. All right. So far, the witch is having trouble making the right people. Jeffy's a good choice, but they probably want to frame Jeffy. We'll get the picks from Dave and Allie. Allie's going to poison Jeffy. Okay. Oh, that means the no can become a yes. Unless Rocco kills her. Dave is going to do Denny Boy again. Makes sense. All right, let's see what Rocco does. What do you guys think? I didn't look at the prediction. Prediction was most people think it's going to end up on Dave, but it's pretty evenly split. That makes sense. Motaro for Rocco. I mean, that's huge, actually, considering Motaro just had a yes on him. Whew. Evil has done it. They've gotten out. We will wake McKay and say no. And then we'll wake McKay and say make a choice. That's a good pick. It's a very good pick. It's the same thing like last time, right? I think Rocco just knows, like, if he has to oppose Motaro, it's dangerous. Denny Boy will learn General Fangu. And then I will tell him to make a choice. Jeffy will learn a yes. Who nominated day one? Let's just check it. It was Jeffy, Ben, and Rob. Yeah, we'll do that. Jeffy learns a yes. And then today she will learn a no again because no minions nominated. Danny Boy picks Rob. So for Rob, we will show Rob as either the mutant or the Cerenovus. We're framing him as a minion here, based on the town crier information. McKay is not making picks.
Hi, sorry, my laptop is dying. It won't charge, and I ran down to get my tablet just in case.
So you got it sorted out. Did you get the ping I sent you from yesterday?
I got a no on Motaro and Nino. I got a no on Rob and Dave. And tonight I am picking Ben and Rocco.
Ben and Rocco it is. All right. Thank you, McKay.
Thanks.
All right. That's Ben, Rocco. Yes. So one snipe down, one up. Yeah, this should just be called like 24 hours for the demon. So I think yesterday Good was winning solidly. And I think today, given the village idiot snipe and the town crier snipe, I'm gonna say more neutral. The fortune teller has a yes, but I think that's less likely. Hey, Kieran. Yesterday, I thought Good was winning solidly.
Solidly, fantastic.
Yeah, that was 24 hours ago.
That's fine.
Enjoy. I don't know if it was blind or not. I know Rocco seems to know, or they seem to know that McKay's a fortune teller. All right, cool. Let's wake him up.
Like you saw what happened, it came unplugged.
Good morning, players. Motaro has died in the night.
Okay. I'm gonna write Motaro down.
Motaro, does your death make you think that this? Okay, see you later.
I think Rocco is a self-poisoning widow.
Okay. What were you?
I'm the village idiot. I've told some people Puzzle Master. I think once the widow, aka
maybe
Rocco, got the grim, because the widow doesn't get the grim till night 2.
No, the widow gets the grim night 1. Ping doesn't go out till night 2.
ping doesn't go out till night 2, and no one said that there was a ping. Yeah, I'm thinking Rocco knows that I'm an info gathering role, and knew that you were the savant.
No, I'm the dreamer.
Okay, just making sure. All right, bye.
Yep. All right, what are you, McKay?
I'm a village idiot.
Ooh, you're the second one I've heard of.
And the other is
And the other's what?
that was interesting.
Yeah, that was quick. I didn't get to say what I was, although I guess they heard me say it already. All right.
Looks like McKay disconnected. That's what happened.
I see. Okay.
Ben is double claiming someone else that I trust more. So
Okay.
I don't.
Maybe there's a little monster game. I don't know, but
yeah,
Rob is for sure
game is
going for mutant here.
Yeah,
he's leaning into it.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Extra evil.
Extra evil, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think I can see the good solidly winning yesterday. I don't think it would be today. I think it would probably go down a slight bit today. But we'll learn that tomorrow.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Jeffy. Yep, appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I went back.
Rob, night 2 got good. Night 2 picked Rocco. Night 3, I died. I think Rocco's a self-poisoning widow and knew we had a savant and knew I was the VI, knowing that I was the sober one.
Oh, that's interesting. How do you know you're the sober one, though?
No, I don't know that for sure. Certain. I think the self-poisoning widow knew that.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought you were like, I am definitely the sober one.
Because these are really good snipes, especially with Becca hard claiming, other stuff, not the savant. And I was giving some people Puzzle Master as well. I told only some people I was the VI.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
All right.
That works.
Cool.
Bye.
Denny, Rob, or Ben in my world. But I'd probably rather kill Rob on the double claim at this point, though.
I'd also like to kill the other end of the double claim. What are you claiming?
High Priestess or Town Crier?
I hate that. I hate everything. I hate that.
I said that for a reason. No, I'm the Town
Now
Crier.
I want to murder you.
No, I'm the Town Crier with a yes between Rob and Ben.
The funny thing about that is both Ben and Rob claimed to be a minion and guess as the damsel, and then they both nominated.
Sounds like something someone would do in a little monster game. Maybe, I don't know.
You think a minion would damsel guess?
Unless Jeffy's just evil and then I was maybe poison. I told Jeff I was the high priestess yesterday.
Okay, yeah, and you saw Jeffy tonight or on night 3?
I saw Jeffy today. Well, last night.
Okay, that's pretty good. That would make sense.
Okay, all right, later.
Yep. I guess you didn't ask what my information today was, but that's okay.
I'm just gonna let you be you, Denny. I trust you're good.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm worried about McKay. McKay disconnected mid-conversation, and McKay is...
McKay's computer was not charging. McKay just posted that their computer just died. They're trying to get in on their tablet.
Yes.
Got it. I see McKay's hand up, but I don't see McKay video or audio.
Has died.
Yeah.
McKay just said in chat, I cannot get my camera or mic to work on iPad.
Yeah. I got it. But I can see the McKay, they are able to interact with the game. They just cannot. Apparently, McKay can hear me, just can't speak. So McKay can vote. Okay.
Yeah. Just wave your hand if you want to do anything.
Keep an eye on the chat.
We love you, McKay.
All right. Nominations are open.
Anybody got anything useful?
Jeffy nominates Rob.
Jeffy nominates
Okay.
Rob. Tell us why.
I hear that Rob is in a double claim. I hear there is a possible evil ping on Rob. I would like to at least start getting some of these double claims resolved, and that's the one I'd like to start with.
So the only evil thing I've heard of is your claim of possibly, which is yours, which also protects you because. Do you mind if I come out with this? Since you nominated me, I have to kind of defend myself. So
Say whatever you'd like to say. Yep.
So Jeffy's claiming town crier, and the information they would have gotten
Danny.
would be from day one. Day one's is Jeffy, Ben, and Rob. So it's a good thing to bluff if you're evil because you're going to put sus on Ben or myself. I think I'm in a quadruple claim actually, but whatever. I'm just the dreamer.
Oh, that's
5.
not what I have of you.
5 votes. Put Rob on the block.
McKay's saying that they don't want to.
Also, it
Well,
doesn't
there's a lot of hands for some.
McKay does not want to vote?
McKay does not want to vote, but.
Oh.
Thank you.
5 is enough. Rob's down on the block.
I'd like to out my info to folks. I'm the VI. I picked Rob night 1. Night 2, I got good. Night 2, I picked Rocco. Night 3, I died. I think Rocco's just her self-poisoning widow, hence why her savant died and why I'm dead. I'd prefer to get Rocco on the block. I've heard Rocco is claiming High Priestess, which is a great bluff for a self-poisoning widow.
Mm-hmm.
Kill me if you want. I'm just High Priestess. I'm
Rob?
not in a town crier, yes, though.
Oh, you can't nominate. I'll nominate.
You're not
I'm
a
gonna
town crier?
go on behalf of Mataro.
No.
Oh, then you're the demon.
Rob nominates
Yeah.
Rocco. Tell us why, Rob.
You just said that you thought Rocco was evil.
You talking to me,
Yeah,
Rob?
Mataro's now saying that Rocco's the demon, not a minion.
I mean, if Rocco's defense is he's in a town, he's not in a town crier.
I see.
Then Rocco could be the demon, and he.
I misheard you, Mataro. I misheard you. Yeah. So my accusation is, Mataro thinks Rocco is evil. Now he thinks he's the actual demon, right?
If he's in a town crier, no, then yeah, he just got the info from the self-poisoning widow.
Well, you know how I feel about the town crier. No, I don't really believe it.
There's not a town crier no on anybody.
Oh, right. There was a town crier. Yes. Sorry. Anyway, I think Rocco's evil based on Mataro. So, yeah.
Okay, so the accusation against me is a VI picked me day 1 or day 2 apparently, and I would know this because I'm the widow, even though the widow sees the grim on night 1 only.
Huh?
So how would I know you picked me, Mataro?
No, I'm not saying you knew you picked me. You knew I was a sober
Figure
VI.
it out. So I knew you when you told me you were a puzzle master day 1, and I knew you were the village idiot. Sure.
I think McKay might have done it. Let's see. Cheer for McKay if it worked.
Getting close.
They were on camera a second ago.
Oh, no.
Oh.
There we go.
We did
I
it.
did it. I did it. I hate apples so much. I'm really small now, but hi, I exist.
All right,
I'm
6
so
is the number.
sorry, friends.
You can tell me if you want. I'll break a tie. I'm gonna get 6.
Oh God, my camera. There we go.
Rob, have you been able
Camera
to
is lovely,
confirm your
okay.
dreamer pings with other players?
No,
Not enough.
my dream information I think is pretty bad.
Okay,
So-
interesting.
Jesus God.
I think Rob might just be Djinn.
I believe so. As
The
well.
whole one
I think
with
Rob is
Carol
good.
thing confuses me because I said there was like he told me the same thing. I was like, but how do you know you're not the drunk one? And he goes, oh, I don't. So I'm not.
Anybody heard a chef number? Because we should have a.
I
there's
did.
a chef number out there by now.
I've heard
I was a chef on day 1, and I heard a chef number 0.
But you wouldn't have had a chef.
You would
You
have
wouldn't
got
have
a
that
chef
information
number.
day one.
Well, I was told it a day later, even though I was no longer the chef.
I've heard 2 people claiming chef.
What?
3 now, actually.
Same.
Has anyone heard of a recluse?
No.
I have not.
No.
I have only one theoretical outsider, and I'm.
I don't have any notes anymore because they were all over there. So
And you're not
I don't
gonna
remember what
nominate?
anyone is.
Because
Could it be
Final
otherwise,
call.
I'm
Final
just
call for
gonna-
nominations.
It's all up here, McKay.
All right. I'm
The good news is-
kill me now, Steve. I'm the mutant.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. There you
I
go.
will
I mean,
nominate
that's
Jeffy.
not going to be a break when you're on the block anyway.
Here,
I mean, yeah, there's no
nominate
reason to-
Jeffy.
Point.
Tell us why.
I promised I'd do it every day.
You did
Jeffy?
promise that.
I appreciate the consistency, Kieran. Thank you very much.
6 is the number.
Wait, what if you're both in final 3?
Honestly, you might as well leave it on.
Well,
because
then I will make this a lot easier for the demon. Because I'll be voting one way only.
I have
All right.
not nominated Kieran.
0 is not enough.
Yeah, I could be executed any time now, so you might as well kill me now because I can't stay to the end of the game anyway. So.
Right.
Bringing this day to a close in 3,
Come on, Steve. Just
2, 1. Rob is executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
All right.
Man, I was hoping that maybe I should have just executed him. I was hoping somebody else got on the block so it'll make him look like a self-cursing Serenovus, right? All right. Make our choice for the poisoner. Make our choice for the witch. Make our choice for the demon. This will be interesting. Yeah, you're right, Pinky. I mean, I feel like you have to, if you're strict with Madness Break, it just almost becomes too confirming. So yeah. So Allie is going to do Jeffy. Dave is going to do Jeffy. And Rocco is going to do Kieran. Okay. Okay. So let's go through the night order. Damsel still in play. McKay. This is the solid one here, right? McKay learns a yes on Rob, who is now dead, and Rocco. This is going to be this right here. This is bad. Does McKay remember who they picked? Uh-oh. Imagine McKay forgets. Oh, it was Ben and Rocco. I wrote it right there. Ben and Rocco. You're right. Rocco and Motaro. Got it. So this becomes Motaro Rocco. Yes. Denny Boy is going to learn Mutant Serenovus. Mutant Serenovus. Make a choice. Rocco, in theory, has one more day to pull the trigger, right? All right. Ben B. Damsel or we'll say Damsel or Imp. Technically McKay does have a yes on Ben. Jeffy would learn. Okay, day 2. Jeffy, Kieran, Rocco, Ben. That's a no, but Jeffy's going to learn a yes again. Yesterday, Jeffy, Rob, Kieran is a no. So it's just been a no for the Town Crier all the way. And Kieran doesn't learn anything because Kieran's dead. Cool. Nice and smooth.
One says something unintelligible, which means probably they were generated via AI.
Good morning, everyone. Kieran has died in the night.
Oh my
What
God,
does this say? I don't know.
I want to see him up close.
We gotta
No.
see
5 minutes.
No.
Why not?
Who do we
I'm
want?
okay.
I told Rob I was going to talk to Rob today, so I'm going
Motion
to
Talk to Rob after you show us the slippers, Dagnabbit.
I've lied to everyone else.
Okay.
I am the fortune teller, not
Nice.
a village idiot. And I got a no on Nina and Motaro. I got a no on you and Dave, and then I got a yes on Ben and Rocco.
Okay. So
and I'm convinced that this clears you as good if Nina really is the damsel, because it means you're not the demon and you are not a minion. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, if you combine that, if we assume for a second that Jeffy is good and getting correct information,
okay,
then Ben would be an evil minion because Jeffy got a yes on Jeffy, myself and Ben
Might make him
nominated.
think little monster, right?
Okay.
Jeffy's claiming town crier, right? So that would put Ben as a
Is
minion.
she?
Which
I
would,
don't have that, but I believe you.
right, right. Which would mean Rocco must be the demon.
Must
in
be
that
the
game.
demon. So let's kill Rocco today.
Or
the
one of
or
the
the
two
red
of
herring.
them is the red herring, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right, let's go have fun.
Thank you.
Well, I will let you know that I have a claim of sage elsewhere, just FYI. So if you did go that, you made them drunk.
Hey, Semi?
Okay. Yep. That's always a concern with the potential of going sage, is that you hate to make someone drunk because their one mission is like foiled. Are you willing to share anything about yourself?
Yeah, I'm the chef.
So there is a chef in theory.
There is a chef, yep. I'm a chef with a 0.
Chef 0. Okay, that's quite handy to know, actually. I'm
just going
dig
to
that.
come out with it today.
But
yeah.
Gave up with that.
That's Nina's play.
Yeah, I gave up with that halfway through day 1. I kind
if
of gathered
we
it was like, oh.
It would not be the first game that I had Nina in a damsel double claim, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Cool. So yeah, I have nothing. You got anything good?
I feel like we should kill Ben today. Ben is apparently a chef that is spent.
I've
and
got
was
a
also
chef
in the town
elsewhere.
crier, yes. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
I have a chef elsewhere.
All right. Well,
Thank
that is
you.
lovely. All right, see ya.
Yeah, I think you can assume from that neither of us is a minion.
Yeah. So, or it's a ballsy minion play.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Prior.
Maybe.
Which is why I killed Rob yesterday.
I'm gonna be real with you, Rocco. I don't remember because it was in my notes on my computer.
I mean, if y'all want to kill me, go for it. I mean, I'm just
Yeah, I do think we should kill you. I'm sorry. I think we should because it'll clear worlds, right? So we should probably do it.
All right.
Okay.
Between 1 through 4. If it was a 4, I went Sage. And if it was a 3, I went some reoccurring information character.
Please don't tell me you went Sage.
I will tell you right now that I may or may not have gone Sage.
Oh, you fuck.
Oops.
I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Jeffy has only given me yeses as town crier.
So I heard Rocco use a defense yesterday saying that I can't be a minion because of what the town crier said. I don't know. So maybe they're evil together.
Yeah, I want to know where this mythical town crier no is coming from because I don't have a place to get a town crier no from.
Yeah, unless they're
Denny's doing Denny
poison.
things. That's Denny.
But yeah, I think based off the Chef 0, Rocco, Dave, and then a third person makes the most sense to me.
Like
I
the
trust
Phantom
case
Detective script. All the evil people.
I'm thinking Ali. In the first conversation, we both had, and she was immediately being sus about me not wanting to kill, or when she sort of loosely claimed outsider. And I said, realistically on day 1, if we're going to kill, it should be the outsider because we don't want to affect townsfolk information. We want.
Look, none of the town crier pings up until last night ever included Rocco. That's the weird thing, right? Very weird.
Can be. I have a yes on day 1 and day 2.
Okay, Jeffy, Kieran, Rocco, Rob.
Jerry. No. So day 1 was Jeffy, Ben, Rob. Day 2, Jeffy, Kieran, Rocco, Ben.
Rob did not nominate. Okay.
Which curse is not an execution, though, Tom? All right, welcome back. Nominations are open when you're ready.
Rocco will nominate Rocco.
Rocco nominates Rocco. Tell us why.
Apparently, I am in a fortune teller ping, according to Rob. Apparently, I'm in a village idiot evil. So yeah, just kill me. I will vote myself.
Who's the fortune teller?
I don't know.
I thought you were the mutant, Rob.
Yeah, I'm the mutant fortune teller.
Are
you actually the fortune teller?
Rob is making shit up. This is some
No,
Rob
I
shit.
think I know who it is now.
I think maybe Rob is a minion.
I don't.
Maybe
know
that would make
know.
Jeffy's info correct.
I am the high priestess.
He can't be because he guessed me.
Jeffy night 3. I didn't talk to the person today because I talked to people and they told me I was evil. So it is what it is. I'll vote myself. Yeah.
Rocco's almost
Four's
certainly
the
good.
number.
What do the dead people think?
I
I'd
would
like
this out of the
to
way.
get this on the block, please.
Back on you.
I would as well. I would as
So
well.
I
yeah,
killed
that
Jeffy.
would go well.
I don't get a high priestess wanting on night 2. You speak on night 2 because to
Five's
Jeffy,
enough.
because-
Rocco's now on the block.
No, I went to Denny, then Jeffy.
I will say
I
that
don't like that
I
at all.
heard a
I've heard
general.
Do we think Ben is evil too because of stuff?
Ben, he
Here's
could
the
be.
thing, right? If I'm evil, then I'm the demon. Because on day 1, both Rob and me jokingly claimed to be minions and do a damsel guess. Now, that would be a weird thing to do for a minion in a normal game, but in this abnormal game, the scenario would be that we wouldn't even know yet whether or not there was a damsel in place. So we would possibly be wasting our own damsel guess on day 1 just for the lols, which just neither of us is going to do. So if you think I'm evil, I am specifically the demon.
So here's my theory on a world. I think Jeffy's town crier is bunk. I think that information is made up because they got a yes on day 1's voting, which was Jeffy, Ben, and Rob. And as Ben just pointed out, Rob and Ben are almost certainly not minions. So either that information is tainted information or it's just made up and Jeffy's evil. However, Ben is the other side of the fortune teller ping as being the demon. So Ben's world, where he's not a minion and he's actually the demon, does also fit that world. And I'm happy to vote on Ben instead of Rocco and kill Ben.
You can lift it to me if you want, but it's going to require almost certainly the dead votes of good players to do that.
Well, we could do it tomorrow.
We can do it tomorrow, but tomorrow is the last day we can do it, and I'm extremely concerned that we haven't killed a single evil player.
I am as well.
Yeah.
One of the pros with killing Rocco here is that if there is a Chef Zero, Rocco would be a potential evil.
Let's just kill Rocco. Let's
If
just
the
do
Chef
it.
Zero and you think Ben's the demon, why are you killing me?
No.
I'm not saying
I am the Chef Zero.
Rocco, at this point, I mostly just want to kill you, so I stop tunneling on you so we can think of other worlds.
Oh, gotcha.
Ben is not the chef, by
Yes,
the way.
he is.
I am the chef.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Nina
Oh, you
is the
are?
damsel.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Dave, your hand's been up.
Which
You're
is
the
why
nominee.
we know you're not a minion, Rob, because you damsel guessed Nina.
Yep.
On day
Fair enough.
1.
Fair enough.
Dave?
Yeah. As a minion, can I claim Ben as the damsel?
Dave claims minion and picks Ben as the damsel. Heard.
Okay.
And your game is now over. It would not be a World Cup without a damsel guess. The game is now over. And Dave
Can I
is
just say,
evil has won.
Taro literally just knew this was going to happen in DMs to me. Did you see that DM exchange, Steve? Did you
I think
see
it was up. I wasn't noticing it, though.
Motaro messaged me, and Motaro said, "A damsel guess is about to happen. I know it's going to happen."
Yeah, welcome to
You
Blood
can
in the
make
Clock
Rocco
Tower,
quick
where
when he figured
15
out
to
Rocco's
20
one
players try to guess the damsel. All right.
job, Dave.
Well, in this case, Ben was indeed your damsel, and Dave was indeed your witch. A witch, you might ask. That's true, because no witch curses ever went off. That is because Dave had locked Denny Boy with witch curses all game, including when Denny Boy said, "I nominate no one," which really just had me excited for just a moment. But today it is moved over to Jeffy, your town crier, who got a yes between Rob, Ben, or Rob was your mutant, Rob, Ben, and Jeffy, and that is because Allie, the poisoner, had poisoned Jeffy, giving Jeffy incorrect information to the town crier pings. And who's the demon, you might ask? Well, yes, it is Rocco the imp, who self-nommed and was on the block, so that was like the Hail Mary, not a big surprise, who chose to kill Becca the savant, and then Kieran the general. Oh, and let's not forget Motaro the village idiot, who had picked Rocco the night before he died and was about to get a evil on Rocco as well, which would have been very bad. Like, we were basically in chat, we're like, okay, this is really bad for evil. We told the general that good was solidly winning with that pick in place. But all it takes is you have 24-hour delay for evil to do something about it. Evil did by taking out that information before it was able to enter the game, which leaves Nina, your chef, 0. McKay, your fortune teller, with a yes on Ben and Rocco, and would have been a yes tonight because you picked Rocco again. And Denny Boy, your dreamer, who did dream. I forget your first dream, actually. Was it?
McKay.
McKay, yes.
He
And
never
then
talked to me.
and then Rob, and then last night it was Ben, I believe.
You were AFK half the game.
I know.
I
I'm
figured
sorry.
it out
I'm
like
so
day
sorry.
2,
My-
and I spent the whole game trying to figure out if it really was Ben or not.
I was about to show Ben as damsel imp because, as Ben so well put it, like, that can't be the minion. I must be a demon if I'm evil, and that was exactly what we were trying to set up.
I killed Becca
I
because I hadn't
was-
talked to Becca the entire game.
I swithered between Denny or Ben because Denny basically hard claimed a demon bluff, and I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I knew Ben had to be. I knew Ben had to be good. I knew Ben had to be good because the sober village idiot had a no on him, had a good on him, and I had. So either he was the demon or he was good. That was what I had.
Yep.
Yeah. Really tried to sell that the damsel is already dead, and
Yeah.
if there's a person to do that trade with, it's definitely Nina who would do
Not
that.
Nina,
So-
because
Minions,
don't
did
believe
you obviously when your demon was about to die there, it's like you might as well guess someone, right?
Yeah.
But did you actually think that there was a living damsel, or did you think it was more likely that Nina
I was
was
like
the damsel?
95% confident because
No,
Yeah.
Motaro knew it was you, Ben. Did you?
No,
tell
I didn't know.
Motaro?
I didn't know it was Ben, but I knew it was about to happen because
Dave-
Yeah, it was definitely about to happen. I think we all
Dave
kind of
grabbed me at like 10 seconds before the day was over, like the day before. I went, Ben's a damsel, bye. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
And that's
Nina
all I
gave
found
me-
out.
I had to ask, is Ben poisoned? I had to ask before I
How
made a
did
guess.
you How did you figure it out, Dave?
Ask Rocco.
didn't
Rocco
leave
figured
me.
it out.
Nina
How'd you figure
told
it
me
out,
she was a chef with a 0, and then you told me you were a chef with not a 0. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Nina's probably
Yeah.
bluff covering for the
We
damsel.
knew that it was a 0.
Oh no.
Yeah, you see, if someone was going to ask me about that, I was going to be like, well, I'm trying to bait out a damsel pick from a minion by giving incorrect information that they know is incorrect, but
I
never
guess
got the
that's
chance.
true.
Damsel's
Rocco did
hard,
know.
man.
Rocco knew there was not a chef 1 or a chef non-0, right? That's true. That's true.
Damsel
He
is
come to
hard.
me like, hey, I think Ben's the damsel, just so you know. I'm like,
Honestly,
all right, I'll
I
research.
I gotta be real. This script was less chaotic for me than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
thought that Djinn information was gonna mess me up,
I agree.
but it really just delayed things a little, and it really didn't impact the game for me as much as I thought it was gonna.
I feel like
I
the
mean,
hardest role in this script is the
We would have
top
had,
player.
if it wasn't for that Djinn roll, we would have had a village idiot yes, evil on the demon, and 2 fortune teller yeses on the demon. So the only the only
Fair
way
enough.
this game even got to where it is was because of the Djinn roll, right?
Yeah.
Well, but we had the demon on the block anyway.
Yeah.
True.
Are
Yeah,
we allowed to voice which script we liked better, or we just kind of?
I would hold that to yourself. If you want to talk about the script, come on over to our Discord server at join.thegrim.gg. We have a whole section dedicated. You can share your thing there. I'd rather not influence the people because guess what? People watching these scripts, they got to go vote. They have to see what played out, what they feel worked, what they feel didn't, and which one of these 2 scripts they feel should win this head-to-head matchup. The first, again, was Trained Killer by Ekin, and the second one was One Day More by Robe. Both games were pretty interesting and had some really fun stuff to it. But go let your vote heard. Like you said, the amount of views we're getting on the videos versus the amount of votes being cast are so far apart. If you're watching, go vote. Where do you vote, Tom? Go to the app, and there is a way to vote right in the app. You have to have a registered email. I will play the video one more time as we're leaving, which walks you through how to vote, how to check on the World Cup and stuff like that. Honestly, both games went well. I'm glad that I ran this before so I could run it smoother. Tonight, I feel like the information parsing went out pretty smooth. So I don't think you guys as players really probably felt too much. The one thing I got to say, Rocco, thank you for killing the Savant because that would have been the hardest thing to do. Savant. Savant. Jen, I was ready to do it and I was ready to challenge myself, but I did not actually have to do it. I started making information, and then as I was generating it, you killed Becca, and I was like, okay, well, never mind.
Some meta about me. If I'm the demon, I usually kill someone I hadn't talked to day 1.
Becca was the only one that came to me to bluff Savant at all on the day one too, which I thought might have
didn't pay attention to that at
didn't
all.
even catch that.
I'm like, Becca, you gotta go.
It's a nice time to also mention that the Grim has a Savant generator.
You do.
That if you'd like and need some help generating Savant information as a storyteller, or if you're bluffing Savant, it's really nice to have it in person games and pull out your phone and then just be like, oh, here's my Savant generated information. It's lovely.
Savant is definitely it's savant.thegrim.gg.
Yeah.
So
There's
you
also a thread on that in the Discord for Savant info ideas.
that's true. So the interesting thing with Savant is it's one of those characters that's really, I don't want to say overwhelming, but it can be a lot to like give to a new storyteller, especially for being like a base 3 character, right? So we created a tool. Obviously, it's best if you generate your own information, but if you need a little bit of seeding information or just some ideas of what makes good Savant information in general, use the tool and then you can tweak it as needed. Or if you're bluffing Savant, or if you just are really worried about running Savant, use that generator just to help you. And the information there is tailored towards Sex and Violets, which is where you're most likely to need an S&V, a Savant generator. But it is very good otherwise. So yeah, go vote. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Ben, for being here. Thank you, everyone else, for taking your time out and do it. You'll have, I believe it's 3 days to get your vote in, or 5 days?
5, I think.
5 days.
5 days to vote. So you have until Thursday to get your vote in. Exactly 5 days from when it started. Check us out if you've enjoyed this, if you enjoyed what we do here, just hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, hit whatever platform you're on. Follow us. We're going to be back, I believe it's May 19th for the 3rd World Cup game. That will be in the playoffs. So right now we're in the group stages. These 16 scripts will face off against each other in round robin in groups. And then we're taking the top 8 and going to head-to-head matches. So we'll be doing a playoff match next month when it comes back around. So that's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of excitement. I'm excited to see which ones makes it out. So thanks you all for being here. I'll see you guys in Vegas on October 24th to the 26th. Go buy tickets. They're on sale this Thursday, April 17th. And yeah, it's been a fun day. Thanks everyone. I'm going to run the voting video one more time. Say goodbye everyone. I'll give you guys a chance to say bye to chat. Chat had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys.
Bye everyone. Good night.
And we'll see you guys on Monday for our next stream. All right. Bye everyone. Hey everyone, I'm Evil Steve and welcome to the Blood on the Clocktower Script World Cup 2025. What we have coming up over the next few months is a big flurry where the top 16 scripts submitted to the competition are facing off in a one-on-one matchups in the group stage before moving on to a playoffs and ultimately crowning a single winner. But there's a lot going on and I want to just walk you through some of the features and some of the schedule so you understand what's going on and how to participate. So now when you log into the Blood in the Clocktower app, at the very bottom, you're going to see here, it says, check out the Script World Cup. If you click this, it's just going to take you to the schedule and we can see all of the events that are upcoming or still have the votes open. So for instance, if I was to look at Saturday, March 22nd at 1 p.m. and it should route the time to your local time, you click on this and you can see Group C match, Saturday, March 22nd, 1 p.m. live at the Grimoire. And we have Stowed Away versus Off to See the Wizard. It gives you an overview of the scripts, this cool art. You get the little blurb about the Djinn rule, a link to the script, all of that good stuff. If you want to watch the VOD, just click on this. It'll take you right to the Twitch channel that's hosting the event. It allows you to tune in when it's time to watch that stream. You can see there are a lot of communities participating, including the Grimoire, Noobs on a Goof Tower, Grim Scenarios, Patters. We're all running scripts so you can tune in at time, including the Pandemonium Institute. So you can scroll all the way up and see all of the group stage matches, or go back and see the ones that are coming up soon. So once you've watched one of these scripts, the question is, how do you vote? Because voting is very important. You as the viewer are choosing who wins each of these matchups. So once a game has taken place, for instance, we saw Council of the Dead versus the Djinn's Bargain, you can go in here and see the 2 options, right? So if I was to pick one and I click it, you can see it chooses one and grays out the other. You can change your vote as much as you want or undo your vote if you so choose up until it locks. Votes lock 5 days after the start of the stream. So you have exactly 5 days to watch the VOD, play your own versions of that script, and vote. Once you voted, back on the main page, you'll see I now got the I voted sticker here, which means my vote is currently marked. And then once the voting closes, it'll be marked completely in as you voted. Okay, so you can also go to any of these open events. For instance, Council of the Dead versus Djinn's Bargain. We'll say I haven't figured out who I wanted to vote for. But I have to watch the stream, right? So I can click this button here. It'll take me not just to the stream, but since it already happened, it'll take me directly to the VOD, and I can catch the entire games right there. Once I'm done, I can come back here, mark my vote, whatever it is, and it'll mark me as voted. So it's just a way for you to jump right into the action and watch any of the VOD from this stream. All right. Let's say you want to take it a step further. You've watched the streams, you've voted, but you want to test them yourself. You want to play with your friends. Well, they make it really easy. So if you go to the app and you start a game, just like a normal game you do, just like any other time, when you go to load the script version, you'll see at the bottom, there's a button for World Cup scripts. When you click this, you're going to see all 16 of the scripts available, embedded within the app, ready to go. So for instance, if I want to run Binary Supernovae, I click it. The script's now loaded. JSON's loaded. Artwork is set. Even the Djinn rule is very apparent here at the top. And you're ready to start a game with your friends and do whatever you want. And if you're feeling a little spicy, there's also the random option up here. So if you click random, take a random script. I got Witch Hunt. Go play it. Have a lot of fun with your friends. All right, you should now have everything you need to know to get started enjoying the Script World Cup 2025. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. We're here to help. Enjoy.